Hello everybody, and welcome to the Gilded Flask, where adventure is never far. My name is Barry, I will be your DM for today, and I'm joined with three wonderful people. Please introduce yourselves.
Hey, man, I play Kala Lalakot, the Inquisitive College of Spirits Bard.
I'm Daniel, I play John Varenthal, the partially kitted out human paladin of midnight.
You look great. And I'm Marissa, I play Casariel, the Aesmar Twilight Cleric.
You look great as well. You all look great. Great all around.
We're a handsome bunch.
We are, yes. If you've never visited our place before, we play weekly recordings of The Curse of Strahd. We're going to have a lot of fun. We're at episode 21 right now, if memory serves. So we're doing well. If you want to watch them live, you can join us over on Twitch. And if you are following us live right now, hello, good of you to be here. You can chat with us. You can also be in our Discord when we take our break, and you can totally chat with us. It's really cool. If you can't make it, it's all good. We upload our episodes on Monday to YouTube, where you can watch them as well. And our YouTube just got over 100 subscribers, so we now have an actual channel name instead of the gibberish that you usually get. So thank you for the subs with that. Other than that, we also have something new. We have a podcast now. Oh yes, we put the episodes on the podcast. So episodes 1 through 20 are currently available on the podcast platforms, and you can find them on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, Google, and basically wherever you listen to your podcast. If you do listen to them, be sure to give them a 5-star rating, because that boosts our channel and it helps other people find the Gilded Flask Tavern. Other than that, I got a couple of shout-outs to give, which are in no particular order, to D. Chandra, Paradox, for our amazing character art, for Pyram King, James RPG Art, and DM Andy for the wonderful maps and content that we're using, Tabletop Audio, Scott Buckley, Phoenix Music, Alex Kazan, and Alexander Nakarada for the great musical scores that we have. Oh my, so many great people. And with that, let's head into the tale.
Tell me, do you like ghost stories? I've been investigating people vanishing mysteriously into the night, never to return. It looks like I've found out where they've been.
Good evening. I don't like this place. The air feels heavier.
Did you hear that?
What do you mean he's watching?
In this place, nothing is what it seems.
We come from an ancient land.
There's no time for this. What are you looking for?
This place has taken my father and my mother. It will not have me.
We gotta move, now.
Oh, I do love a good mystery.
Barovia is mine, and so are you.
I love
Am I
it.
going to say it? I'm going to say it. Such a great intro.
Yes.
Every single week. Marissa, thank you so much for making that intro. It is crème de la crème. Beautiful. Absolutely beautiful.
There we go.
So yeah, last week. Technically not last week, because last week we weren't streaming. But the week before that, last episode,
Feels
you
like
guys
ages.
were... Oh, yeah. You guys found part of Daskalu's manor that you didn't find before. You were still up in the house and you were going up into the attic, and you found a Bodak over there that you defeated with a little effort. You found some clues to a puzzle. You scoured the rest of the house. You met a flesh golem that wasn't too aggressive to you. As a matter of fact, it was kind of friendly. And you found a interesting summoning circle of sorts with candles, a lot of blood, and a lot of body parts. You finished the puzzle, and a door opened up. As a matter of fact, a door within the house. And when you went through that, it was Daskaloo's personal study or library, which contained clues on the fact that there was actually a cellar underneath the house. Oh yes. And you ventured down into the earth, into the depths. Walked around a little bit over there, found another room with a couple of interesting statues that you were very afraid of because, statues are very dangerous.
Rightfully so.
You solved the puzzle over there, though, found a secret entrance that brought you further and deeper into the underground, where you had to open up another door through another puzzle, which turned out to be giving the door a bottle of alcohol. The very bottle itself tried to kill you, but you were smart enough to use Mage Hand, indeed. And by feeding the alcoholic beverage to the door unlocked and opened. And that is where we left off last week. So you now stand in front of a door that is just opening up.
Request for clarification. It wanted us to drink
Yes.
it. There was death involved?
You couldn't tell? You couldn't tell?
I thought you were just
The
getting
potion-
smashed.
The potion really wanted to be drunk by you guys to such an extent that it forced you to.
Yeah, but maybe it's just a party drink. I don't know.
Maybe it's very good marketing, fair enough, but... just want to make sure, is everything visible, or is it just the little hallway that you guys are standing in right now?
Everything is visible with the exception. So the hallway, the stone statue room, and
Yep,
the
everything
the hallway and the place where we got the
Everything we've
bottle.
explored.
Yeah, exactly.
Perfect, all right. Yeah, because my map turned out a little darker than usual, so that usually is a sign that something didn't load correctly, but fine, it did.
It's all good for us.
So the door opened, and beyond the door, you can now see... For another hallway is presented to you. The hallway seems to be mostly empty, though there are some crates stacked at the very end. Lots of doors here. And some lit torches. The statues that you've seen previously in other hallways seem to not be present here. And my question, as always, is what will you do?
Oh well, more doors.
Yes.
I'm not feeling good about this. How are you two feeling?
I'm feeling fantastic, as a matter of fact. Now, the
I
body
forgot you were
is
there.
rather... It's getting tired, and don't you just hate it when your tools become weak?
I think our best plan forward is to open each door, perhaps with your skeletal hand. I can go in first if you'd like, but yes.
Carla, I do want to mention, in one of those back rooms when you were dealing with your little alcohol addiction problem, we did find a strange, odd room with a brain in a jar. Don't you think that would be interesting?
In a jar.
Yes.
Was it preserved? Was it, in good condition, or did it look rotted?
Unfortunately, you were having a little episode with your bottle, so I didn't get close enough to investigate.
That, if it's in any way still alive, I may be able to do my... I'm going to message Casariel just being like, my trick on it. It could give us information. I don't particularly feel happy going down here with how little we know, and it keeps just opening up to more mystery. Exciting, but I don't feel like dying today. I don't know about either of you. Well, I don't know about you, Casariel. Don't know what that creature wants.
Well, if you
All
do
right.
choose to go back, then you can have your John back for a bit. I'm going to be busy for a while with something a little bit more important while you rest.
We should take it. I want John back.
John?
We're
John.
downstairs, aren't we?
Hi, buddy. Yeah. Feeling all right?
Do you remember any of it?
Did we fight a basilisk? I feel like there was
We were very careful not to, actually.
a lot of people were talking about basilisks. That's all I remember. Are there
Worrying that he can't remember.
okay? As a reaction to like just sort of being deposited down in here, I'm gonna cast Divine Sense, just like straight in the doorway.
Okay.
I just sort of, it's like getting his bearings, like, and just opening his senses. Anything?
No, there's nothing there that immediately piques your interest to that.
All right, he's gonna slump against the wall and what's going on, Casario? What's happening?
John, look at me. I have tried to tell you this before, and I don't know how to tell you in any other way because you never believe me. That weapon of yours. It's cursed you or possessed you? Something. When you don't remember things, some other entity comes forward and it is a real asshole.
So strange watching you move with grace, poise.
Grace and
You're meant to be
poise.
bumbling. Happy-go-lucky. It's so strange.
It doesn't seem like it, but is there anywhere in here that we can... I kind of want to sit down for a moment, and I don't feel comfortable in the hallway.
That about a room with the brain.
Sit down. Do you feel weak? What's the matter? We're
I'm just trying to collect my thoughts. I'm just processing. Sorry. I don't know what's... I'm fine. I'm fine, Casario. I sort of like jumps in place a little bit and flexes his arms. He goes, I feel a little bit tired, like I've been walking around for a while, but otherwise everything feels fine, I suppose. I don't...
I'm going to grab his wrist that usually has the symbol of salute on it. Is it on there?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, it is. All right.
I think I'm still holding it.
Okay, I'm going to take it and put it in the palm of his hand and just place my hand over it. You're going to be fine. Because you have to be fine. The same way that we're going to get Carla's memories back. Do you hear me? Now, we've walked into dangerous situations like this before. This time, we're not going to be taken by surprise. We're going to have our wits about us, yes? So, Skeletal Hand's going to open the door. I will peek in. We'll assess. We'll move in. If something attacks us, we're going to take cover. All right? We're going to be tactical about this. Okay? All right. Let's start from clockwise around the room.
Moonlight above.
Chaos below. I'll clink his weapon with mine.
I want to be joined in on that.
Oh,
Anything else I
how
had?
can we do that? All right. Moonlight above, chaos below.
Spirits abound.
God,
You
salute!
hear that?
I heard it!
I
I
think
heard
it's kind of in the morning, Lord.
Inspiration.
What was
All right, from the top.
All
Okay,
right.
you do your things.
Moonlight above.
Chaos below.
Kyla will take out the magnifying glass and say, "Spirits abound." And clink on it.
I love that. That is great.
Feels good. Feels good. All right,
Okay.
on we go.
Excellent. I feel so much better now. Okay,
Right. So forward or back?
forward.
All right.
All right. Mage hand comes up, tries to open the door.
Which one is that? To the south?
The one we're all staring at, like this one. Yeah.
All right, this one, I'm sure. Door opens up with a loud creak, but it definitely opens. And you can see pretty okay beyond the door. For there is a torch over there as well. It seems to be another hallway with some sides to it, but you can't really see that. Seems to be a carpet and some crates as well.
I'm going to start cautiously tiptoeing forward and looking left and right down the sides. How well lit is it down here?
Pretty well lit. It's like not as well lit as the main hallway, but there's still torches here.
I'm going to move in behind him with my shield, and I imagine my shield is probably big enough to, like, at least if Carla walks behind me, she'll be behind cover.
I would allow that half cover, sure.
Cool. I'm gonna peer around this corner and to my character's right, but our left as we're looking.
Right. You look around the corner, and what you see over there is. Let me get this as well.
Fucker.
In front of you.
For those of you listening, it's 1,000 doors.
Yeah.
In front of you, you see a writing desk with a chair on top of a carpet. But indeed, around the corner, there's 9 doors down the hallway. The hallway isn't that big, so the doors are pretty packed together. Do you want to look the other way?
Yeah. I sort of he looks around the doors, and then tilts his head and then looks the other way and back down that way.
He do.
And he just
on the other side, you see even more doors. In total, 7, making a grand total of 16 doors.
Well,
in the little alcove in front of you, next to the writing desk, you see more crates. And in front of the crates, on the ground, you see a lot of rusted shackles and manacles.
We found the
Looking
doorway
around,
exhibit.
Did these remind you guys of barracks or anything like that? Something that maybe soldiers would be kept in.
Does this remind John of a jail cell?
Ooh. It could very well be, yeah.
Like, if I come around to the first door, does the door look fortified from this side?
The door itself looks like it's made of wood, but it has strong iron bars over it. And in the middle, around like eye height, a little lower than that, there's a little like window door thing latch that you can open.
He's gonna motion to Casariel and like a signal that implies it's safe for the moment, all clear, but be cautious.
I know Carla's itching to search this thing, so I'm gonna go ahead and just like move here. I'll turn around, keep my shield up, and so I'm like constantly scanning these doors in this room, and I'm gonna let her, go right behind me and search this.
Taking my claws into that desk.
Feel her itching behind me to do it.
Scampering up to it.
There's a desk over there, Casariel. There's a desk. Casariel.
Something written. Something written. What's on there? Can I find it?
On the desk is a large tome, if you will, with a quill. There's also a bottle of ink, but it seems to be dried out.
Okay.
The tome itself, I imagine you want to look at it, or?
That's what I was going to ask, yeah.
Yeah. The tome, at first glance, looks like a list, a row upon row of information. And as you look at it, you notice every line follows the same pattern. It seems to be a name, a date, and another date. They are roughly chronological.
Are there any that don't have a second date attached? Or they all have a date, I think 2 dates.
All of them have 2 dates.
First thought in her head is, this isn't a log of death. Maybe. She's gonna plop that up, open up the bag of holding, and in it goes. And then she's gonna look at the desk for anything secret, like if there's a secret drawer, if there's anything else on there that would be hidden.
Nice. Give me a investigation check on that.
While she does that, Casariel's going to motion to John to keep an eye on that hallway, and I imagine they kind of go back to back. So now Casariel's looking down one hallway. Yeah, very Charlie's Angels. Casariel's looking down one hallway, and John's looking down the other.
It's a 16.
A 16. All right. You look at the desk itself, and it seems to be a pretty ordinary desk. Nothing off about it. So this is one of those writing desks that has, like, the legs themselves are just, legs. And then it has the table itself, the surface where the book lies. And then in front of it, there's like a little elevation where there's a couple of like boxes where you could stuff like, more ink or some pens or whatever, like storage, right? One of those boxes seems to have a little elevation in it. And with your keen like senses as a detective at this point, you very well assess that is a button.
Button. Okay, so I found something very fun, and I really do want to press it, but I am afraid that it'll open all the doors here and possibly release whatever horrifying creatures may be behind them.
Should we check the doors first?
Well, I really want to press the button.
John's going to walk up to the door and see if he opens the clasp.
You can. Yeah, it's not locked.
Gonna look right in.
If she sees him opening the door, she's just gonna go for it. She's gonna press the button.
No, he's not opening the door. There's a little window on top of the door that he can unlatch to see
like
inside.
a little latch.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I didn't know that. All right.
I'm allowing you to retcon that if you like.
Okay, I'll retcon it for now.
He's just looking in.
Okay.
You look into the little latch that you just opened, and inside you see a very small area. The ground itself is just made of dirt and some pebbles, and inside you notice that there is a skeleton lying on the ground, about the size of Carla.
A child?
Looks like there's a skeleton in here. It's a rather small. I don't like this. Probably all the same. Sarah, this one's just a skeleton.
I have a question about... I'm so sorry, go ahead.
Are you alive? He sort of hollers.
The skeleton does not feel inclined to answer.
Doesn't seem to be inclined to answer.
I'm so glad we have him back. I hate the other guy.
Okay, so the candles, the torches in this place, do they look like they've been burning for a very long time? Do they look like they're magical? Okay.
The thing is, just by like how much they've burned up, you couldn't really assess if they've been burning long or short, because that really depends on when they've been lit, right?
Sure.
However, what you might notice, and you don't have to roll for that, like this is just something that you immediately notice if you look at the torches, is the glow coming from it is not natural light. It's slightly greenish.
Does it seem as though nobody's been here in a while? Is everything dusty? Are there any indication that this has been abandoned for a while?
Give me a perception check on that. Good question.
Okay. Ooh, okay. 16.
So far, you found rotted body parts, like old blood stains and cobwebs, but just basic neglect. This area adds to that in that it is relatively clean in the hallway, but still dusty. At the very least, someone is not really keeping it tidy. But if you would assess that no one has been here for a little while, that sounds right.
Beginning to wonder if there's anyone here at all.
You said there was
bodies upstairs were very fresh.
Oh.
You said there was a button to press.
Yes, so I was thinking, actually, how about we all go stand outside the room, leave the door open, I press it, and then we just close the door if anything horrible comes up. But I need to press it, I need to know.
With your skeletal hand, you'll press it, you mean?
Oh yes, of course, not myself.
All right. That
Sounds fine to me.
Okay, everyone out. I'm going to propel them out to the door.
Okay.
I imagine she's like pushing us out.
Out. Yes, and I'm going to stand at the open door and reach the skeleton hand out to press it.
The button itself goes down like a wooden button would, and as it does, you hear click, 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 16 times, as if 16 locks all just unlocked at the same time.
I press it again and close the door.
Are you really going to make me? Okay.
Yeah.
Oh no!
All the 16 doors lock up again.
I hop on it when I slam the door closed, and I'm like, okay, so that's what they do. That's what it does.
Want to see what's in the rooms?
Well, we can come back then.
If we clean out
More
the
doors.
skeletons, these could be bedrooms.
There's a horrifying smell of rotting flesh that kind of permeates in the area. I don't particularly want to sleep here.
All right, we know what's behind one door. Let's keep going counterclockwise. Follow the plan. I mean, clockwise. Clockwise.
Oh,
Alrighty.
fine. That's a good point.
So we turn to this door.
We'll go back.
Skeletal hand, up it comes and opens it.
The door opens, and behind it, you find probably what you're kind of expecting to find.
Another hallway?
It's another hallway. This hallway has a green carpet in it, though. And at the very end, you notice two large wooden doors with ornate iron filigree on it. The hall is well lit.
You know, in many of the
Almost looks
stories that
inviting.
many of the stories that I read, usually that's the door that contestant number 1 or the main villain is behind. So we might want to try something else first.
You have contests with villains?
The novels I read are very spectacular, John. Not that you would know, you don't read.
All right.
Fair point.
Yes, let's open the other two before we go there.
Shutting that door again and then scooting over to door number 3.
This door also is not locked and opens up. It seems to be a bedroom of sorts. The bedroom itself has a tub. What you would say is a bed with half a corpse in it. A table that has been thrown about. And at the very end of this room, you notice that there's another door.
I think John, on noticing the corpse, is going to step in the room and try to interpose himself between the corpse and them, almost in the same way that Casariel and John were acting as a guard for Carla earlier. I don't know why I just... Carla.
Carla!
So yeah, as she moves forward, he's basically going to rotate in front of it just to make sure if it jumps up, she's protected.
Okay. You notice that the corpse itself is missing its legs, by the way.
Oh, well, we could outrun it at least.
I'm gonna pop over to the bath and have a look inside. Do I see my dead body in it like I did in the death house?
No, it seems to be relatively clear water.
Strange.
Wouldn't trust the water in this place.
I wouldn't really trust anything in this place. From like that angle, would I have been able to see this little bottle that's here?
The one that's on the ground? Yes.
I'm going to skeletal hand bring that up and closer to me. I no longer trust bottles.
It's an empty bottle, and it seems to be a wine bottle of grape mash. Or sorry, not grape mash. Red Dragon Crush.
Ooh, fancy.
Seeing that it's empty, I'm going to plop it into the tub.
Cool. It floats.
Do we want to check on that door at the end?
Yeah, not really a fan of this place, but I think we need to understand it before we can't turn our back on something that could be a threat, right, Casario?
I'm here.
Okay.
I'm here. I'm just keeping point outside the door.
Right.
I'm going to come over here and kind of get ready to dart behind the table if needed. And I'm going to use the hand to open the door.
Okay. The door opens, and from where you're standing, you can see that the room beyond seems to be straw-filled.
So
It's dark in there.
he's going to motion to Carla to, like, stand back and do the same thing where he walks up and he I'm gonna put myself in front, but basically he's looking around the door.
Okay. As you look around the door, hang on, wrong tool. There we go. As you look around the room, you see a dark, completely dark room, no torches, that is completely straw-filled with a feeding trough at the end.
Uh-oh.
And in the middle of that room, looking back at you, is a creature that I would assess you have never seen before. A large, flesh-like monstrosity with giant brown scales on it. One singular eye in its body. And a mouth where his head should be, along with 4 arms that are hanging over it. It looks at you with its one eye and says,
Oh no.
What does it say again?
roll for initiative.
I missed that.
Oh no.
Close the door. Close the door. Close the
He
door.
doesn't have
Close
any
the door.
despair. He doesn't have any despair, Papa. This is mean.
17.
15.
Wasted my good roll on that.
That magical key that we got. Does that lock doors as much as it opens them?
What did you get, Cassara?
20. Whew, dirty.
Very dirty.
The dirtiest of 20s.
All right. Got it. All right. Top of the round. Casario, what do you do?
I'm looking at John's face as he opens that. I'm being very vigilant. And if his face looks like that, I use thaumaturgy to close the door.
Cool. The door closes.
Yeah. Run. It's my bonus action. And I'm at the door still. Yeah, that's it.
All right. Cool. John.
All right, so he sees the thing, it growls at him, he reaches for the door to try to close it, and it slams in his face. So he's gonna, Carla, we gotta go, and he's gonna try to scoop Carla up and book it towards the door.
She will absolutely let him.
All right,
So
cool.
how far can I move with her?
Oh, shit.
What is your movement speed? It's 30, right?
It's 30, yeah.
All right. You scoot her up, and she's going to let you. You totally can, and you can move your normal distance.
All right, so, okay, cool. So, that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I think that works. Sure. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Oh, one back. So, yeah. Cool. So I'm basically like pushing her towards the door. Go. And that's my action.
In my head, I'm like over your shoulder, like you just body slam him up. I'm like this. Okay.
Carla, what about you?
What am I going to do? That is a good question. I am going to. Oh, what am I going to do? It's a good question. I'm going to minor illusion Dr. Daskaloo's face in front of this door so that if that creature opens it, it'll see its master.
Okay.
That
is actually really funny.
That is really cool.
Yeah.
That's what I'm going to do, and I'm going to be like, okay, John, keep going, and I'm going to try and like make him giddy up like a horse. Be like, come on, give him a little kick.
Somebody please click that.
All right.
Amazing.
The creature's turn has passed. Casario, top of the round.
I'm gonna hold a moonbolt in case I see the creature.
Mm-hmm.
Or for the next thing that attacks us, I'm holding a moonbolt. But then I'm also going to use my movement to move out of the way.
Okay.
That's it for me.
Okay. And I'm just gonna carry on through the door and try to deposit her on the other side of the door. and stand interposing. Yeah, stand interposing. Actually, yeah, on the other side of the door. And I don't know if I can close the door or anything, but if I can, you close the door.
Sure.
All right, cool. Close the door and just turn around to the two of them like, I think we're good.
Okay.
Brilliant.
Carla.
I'm going to start shuffling towards these crates and kind of like, I'm going to try and grab, I'm going to use my hand to reach out to the smallest one on top and sort of bring it over to here.
Your hand is not going to be able to take those crates. They're heavy.
Okay, but if I get over there and try to like bring it over, is that like, how much of that my movement is that?
If you're going to use your own hands, you should be able to lift it. You can just use your normal movement.
Okay, cool.
I'm going to count. Well, except like the crate itself, like getting up on the crate is rough terrain, so that negates like 5 feet. So take 5 off.
5 off. Okay, great. What is that? That's like, so I was here, so it's 1, 2,
Yeah.
3, 4. Okay, so I can get there and pick it up. That's about what I can do, but I'm basically getting ready to use it as a barricade. So that's what I'm doing from action.
You're holding a sealed crate that is relatively small.
Yeah. And I'm going to say, barricade it! Close it in! Use your big muscles.
Quick question. Who has the most gold on them?
That would be me.
Yeah, I
Got
don't have
400
that much.
something.
Okay.
What? I got 470 gold on me.
I have, I think 30. Yeah, 30.
Okay,
I've been scamming. I've been scamming my way through Barovia.
John Casario, make me a perception check.
Deception or perception?
Perception.
Okay. I was like, whoa, this took a turn.
Yeah, why?
Ooh.
30-20.
30-20?
5.
All right.
That's my man.
John, you're being blissfully John. But Casario, you're standing here, moonbolt at the ready, waiting basically for the door to break down. You feel a tremor through the ground, almost as if something just moved underneath you. It's your turn. Your moonbolt is given up.
You feel that?
What? I think we've got bigger concerns over here. What's going on?
An earthquake.
Let's see. Okay. I can see. Oh gosh. Okay. I'm gonna cast Fairy Fire.
Okay.
So the moonbolt
Where?
fizzles, but she feels something kind of like scurry or move underneath her legs. So I'm gonna actually cast it. It is it's a 20-foot box. I'm gonna cast it right on my feet. So on the ground beneath my feet. So everything lights up around me. And it's actually, so if it's a creature, it's a dex save.
Yep. Do we have to make it too?
please.
Yeah, you do. Well, you do. Carla doesn't because it's too far away from you.
I got a 4. I'm not
Okay,
paying attention
well.
at all. Like I'm glitter now. I have glitter all over my body now.
Disco ball.
There you go. Fairy Fire.
Okay.
All right. Anything else?
Can I see anything lit up besides
Besides John? No.
inanimate objects around me? Okay.
No, nothing.
I felt something. Be careful.
John's going to do 2 things on his action. 1, he's going to listen at the door to see if he can hear anything on the other side of it moving. And 2, feel fabulous.
Yeah. You light up like a Christmas tree, my friend.
I just told you to help barricade the door.
Yeah, okay.
It's okay. You're paying attention. You're being too fabulous.
Well, they never came through the other door, so I'm kind of waiting to hear the other door open.
Okay.
Like if it's even chasing us, because it might not even be chasing us. We could be totally fine.
Hey.
Carla, your turn.
So I didn't hear anything?
Okay.
No.
I'm
Okay.
going to begin my movement back with the box to press in front of the door.
Cool.
Everything
I'm going to
around
throw
me is
the
lit
box
up.
there on
You
top
want
of
to?
the
If you want
door.
to put it in front of the door, I will allow John to do a step back. Yeah.
Yeah, the box goes in front of the door. And I'm like, come on, help. And with nervousness in my heart, I think for my action, does that count as my action to barricade?
Yeah.
Okay, then yeah, that's fine. That's what I'll do.
All right. The rumbling suddenly returns, and now all three of you can feel it very clearly. And as you notice, like, what the heck? Between John and Carla, the very stones of the ground erupt as the creature pops out of it, seemingly being burrowing underneath you. And as it pops out, it lashes out at Carla and John, both taking 2 swing attacks. Well, potentially, of course. Can't speak for the dice.
Dear God. Annika here. Please.
Carla, for you, a 25 and a 10.
Yeah, one of those does hit. Take a guess.
It should be the 10, right? Yeah. That is 6 slashing damage.
Okay. Alright.
John.
Take it.
I wanna be shiny like a.
That's a 16 and an 18.
Both hit.
All right. That is 12 slashing damage for you.
Youch.
The creature's looking menacingly at you. Top of the round. Casaria. Also, the creature at this point failed his saving throw against the fairy fire and it's totally lit up.
Oh, good. I'm going to conjure a bolt of moonlight in my hands. I'm going to fire 2 moon bolts at it.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so the first one, sorry, 1 second, it's been a week. Oh gosh, yeah, 14 plus 7.
So that's 21.
21?
That hits.
Okay. That is 10 points of damage. The
Yeah.
second one was a 11 to hit.
That doesn't hit. No. The first one hits. The second one just shoots past it.
Okay, and can I use my movement to get between Carla and this creature?
I technically count as like a half space, so she can block in front of me because I can move through larger creatures.
Yeah, as in move through, but you can't end your turn there.
Okay.
I will allow, like, you're doing this with the intent to protect her, I imagine, right?
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, you don't really have a sentinel option or something.
Okay, yeah, it's all right. I will,
No.
I'm going
I'm usually
to,
very forgiving, but no, this, no,
Yeah,
I can't do this.
no, makes sense. I'll just, I mean, I just hit it, so it's probably gonna go for me. I'm gonna step closer and try to, like,
Right.
just make sure I try to keep its attention so it doesn't look back at Carla.
So just for visual, like, you don't have to, but are you standing on the crate or are you standing in front of it? The one that is now barricading the door.
Yeah, good point. If I can, I'll step up on the crate and, like, I
Sure.
just hit it with a moonbolt and I'll just grin at it.
Ooh. Sorry, I'm just
Love it.
trying to. What was that sound?
All right. John.
I heard a clicking and it scares me. It's very
Oh,
scary.
really?
But
Oh, wait,
John
I
didn't
didn't do
hear
that with
clicking.
advantage.
Huh?
What?
Sorry, I didn't roll with advantage on that second moonbolt. I mean, on any moonbolt.
Oh, you totally can. Yeah, you totally
Yeah,
can.
because it's not
There
very
you go.
fair. We're all gonna roll with advantage. So is that
Okay.
okay? Can I roll again? Okay.
Yeah, go ahead.
I got another 4. I literally rolled the same thing, so that doesn't hit. There you go. Wasn't meant to be.
Oh, but fair enough.
Sorry, John.
John.
Go ahead.
So this disco ball pops out of the ground next to me. I'm a disco ball, and there can only be one. And I great weapon master attack the other disco ball.
Hell yeah.
With
All right,
advantage.
let's go.
Ooh. I actually rolled
With
really
advantage.
well twice. I got an 18 and a 13 on my rolls, but what I actually got was a 22.
22. That does hit.
All right. And this is going to be, I'm just going to do, no, let's see. That's going to be, ooh, I believe that is 15 plus 9, 24 damage.
Wow. All right. That's pretty good.
So I'm just gonna try to break this. It's basically a big shiny pinata. So going for the candy.
You like punch into it, and it receives a solid blow, but it stands.
All right. That's normally my go-to. Casario, he's gonna try to do the same thing. Make it grab its attention. And that's it.
All right. Carla.
Carla's going to see it like pop out, dazzling and bright, immediately slash at her, and she's going to panic. And you see for a moment she kind of like flashes in purple, and when you like the flash dies down, there's three Carlas. Mirror image.
So cool. Yeah.
And as soon as they all pop up, we scatter to the wind. We're all scattered around different places. So yeah.
God.
There we go.
One of them pops up to a crate. The other one is over here. The other one kind of stays within this area and is like, do it.
All right.
And all of us in sync. We're like,
the one that moves farther away will get an attack of opportunity. The other one,
if it can understand, if it knows that it's me.
Well, it still hits at the shadow thing.
Yeah, well, it'll try, and like it doesn't necessarily have to be you. And it gets a natural 20 plus the bonus that he has. So that hits, I imagine.
Yeah.
That should be 12 points of slashing damage, and now it's on to you to roll to see if it's you or if it's the mirror image, right?
Okay. So yes, I think sometimes which targets you attack during spell. Roll a d20 to determine if the attack is. Okay. What's that? Change the attack to a duplicate. Okay. So I rolled a 13, so that's I think above it, so I can change it. So it hits my duplicate.
All right, so that duplicate is gone, but you don't receive any damage.
Nice.
Yes.
And remember, I think we're doing crunchy crits, so that wouldn't have been happy.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Carla, no.
Right.
Wait, what?
Anything else?
This action determine my tail.
I figured. Yeah.
Okay. Let's see. Let me just see if I can apply it to anyone immediately. Okay, go on.
All right, Casario. Oh wait, no, the monster can still attack. Wow, I just skipped the monster. I'm like so into like what you guys are doing.
I mean, that's
when the
fine.
DM is just caught up in the roleplay, it's great.
Oh, wait, actually, as soon as that happens, Casario goes invisible. As soon as my thing comes into effect.
Okay, cool.
Yeah. So Casario, you're invisible, and until you hit a creature with an attack.
Do your mirror images also go invisible?
No, this is just Casario. This is Tale of the Phantom.
Casario, not Carla. Okay, my bad.
Yeah. Yeah. And if. Sorry, there's a bunch there. The creature it hits takes.
Go ahead, read it, because people. I mean, I've never
feel
played.
free to read it
Okay.
Before.
Yeah. So you can hit something while you're invisible, and it will take necrotic damage equal to a roll of my bardic inspiration dice, which is a d8. And until the end of that creature's next turn, so whatever you hit, it's going to be frightened of you.
Oh wow!
If you hit it.
Cool.
That's a tail.
So what John sees is like it like slices through Carla running away, and it like dissipates, and then John turns around and sees that Casariel's gone too.
They're popping fast.
It's killing all my friends. No, actually, John can actually detect who it like. He sees Casario, so.
Yeah. Okay. So that's what happens.
Awesome. All right. The creature turns to John and makes 3 slashing attacks, and with his 4th, he tries to pull you closer for a bite.
Everybody.
That is a 24, a 9, and a 19 for the claw attacks. I think 2 hit, 1 doesn't, right?
I'm gonna cast shield so that only 1 hits.
All right, only 1 hits. And for the bite, that is a 25.
Damn. Okay, yep. So the bite and 1 hit.
All right. That is 6 points of slashing damage and 13 for a total of 19 points of slashing damage. Slashing and piercing, but you don't have
19.
anything against that. 19 total.
Alrighty.
So it slashes at you. The other two arms like flail against the shield, and the third one just sort of like grabs you like by whatever it can reach, and just like reaches his head forward and just takes a bite out of you.
All right, and it
horrible.
gets a big chunk. Like it wraps around his neck, and John is looking pretty bloody now.
Okay. Casariel, you are invisible, and it's also your turn.
Sorry, I realize that I'm invisible, and I'm not quite sure how that happened. But then I turn and see John just get clobbered, and so I'm going to reach my hand out and cast Cure Wounds at 2nd level.
Okay.
It's 2d8, 2d8, 2d8.
Does he now also receive necrotic damage because she's touching you?
It's only if you hit a creature with an attack.
Oh.
Yeah.
I don't attack him.
That would be funny. I'm healing you. Oh.
15 points of healing
That's pretty good.
for you. Yes.
I feel on the cusp of bloodiness.
Gosh. Okay.
You do any bonus damage to it because your invisibility and all that bonus goes after this round.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I don't really. Because Sariel is. Yeah, I'm just gonna stay put for now. Mm-hmm.
All right.
I think.
John.
Yeah.
All right.
Yep.
So this thing ravages into John and just slashing and grabbing and biting, and then Casariel like puts her hand on his back, and just a surge of energy renews him, and his eyes flash for a moment, and he brings his weapon to bear, and he gets a dirty 20 to hit.
Oh shit. That hits.
All right, and he's going to pour every ounce of energy he has into this with a smite. And I actually need one more d8. Sorry.
That's not a good sign.
I'm just gonna re-roll one of the ones I have rather than going digging for more dice. Yeah. Oh, that's so sad. I've got 5 dice and 3 of them are ones.
Oof.
But one of them is max
That's
damage, right? Don't forget.
No.
Big roll.
So 6, 9. Is this an undead creature? Does it take extra D8?
It is not undead.
Okay, cool. So 3, 9. So it actually does the same amount of damage as my previous one, which is 24.
Perfect. By hitting it right now, just like blood flows out of it, like a sickly greenish, yellowish blood. But it's definitely bloodied. 24, you said, right?
Yes, 24 damage.
All right.
And that is my final spell slot.
It is still standing. Carla.
Bugger that. So feel bad. Okay. What am I gonna do? What do I want to do to this bastard? Alrighty, I'm going to take out my daggers and go for an attack on it. And
All right,
is it
let's
still
go.
advantaged?
Yes.
Yes, because the Fairy Fire is still in effect.
That's a concentration
Wonderful.
spell. Let me just make sure that Cure Wounds is not. Nope.
It's
all
not.
done,
It's an
right?
action.
No, you should be fine.
We're good.
Okay. Okay, that's 21 to hit.
21 to hit. That hits.
Awesome. One of them is the Casimir's Duscale Dagger.
Yep.
Which, yeah. Okay. Cool.
And the other one is just a normal push dagger, right?
Yes.
All right. Give me separate numbers.
Okay, so the normal push dagger is going to be 7 damage slashing.
Right. Even though you push it into the creature, you kind of feel that you hit something like a scale. So it hits, but it doesn't hit that well.
Oof. Okay. Okay, so that's only if I roll a d20, I get extra for that, but I do get radiant damage as well. But that's not undead,
Okay.
so actually never mind. So that is going to be 6 damage to it with the Casimir's dagger.
All right. That one actually slides in a little easier, as if the blade is just honed better.
Yeah. And to confuse it more, the carolers are going to rotate around it. Not leaving its area, but rotating.
Awesome.
I'm over here. No, I'm over here.
Ooh.
The creature is definitely stunned by this, like having only one eye really doesn't help in a situation like this, and it angrily flails around it, and it'll just randomly try to attack all 4 of you, including Casario. So it'll just try to hit. I'm going to determine which ones you'll hit. That's 1 for John, 2 for John, 3 for John. Sorry, buddy.
Bring it on.
1 for Carla.
Okay.
Wow, that was like 3.
I laid into it pretty hard. I'll take it. I'll accept this.
Right.
That was the weakest
John,
smite I've ever gotten. 3 1s.
That's that's a 12.
All right.
A 21.
Okay.
That's a fair roll. And that's a 9. So just 1, I guess.
Yep, 1 hits.
All right, 6 points of slashing damage for you.
All right.
Carla, for you, it's a 20.
Hits my duplicate.
Okay, cool. Your duplicate is gone. Which one is it?
It's the one standing like towards the door. The hair.
Yeah. All right, top it around. Casario. I think Casario is visible again now, right?
Yes, Xariel's visible again. She still technically has bardic inspiration, I think. I'm not sure. No, I think it's because it's the tail. Never mind. Sorry, go on. The tails make everything complicated.
I'm just gonna quickly look at John. Do you
I'm
still look
fine.
all right?
Kill this thing.
Okay. Right, I'm going to again conjure a moonbolt in my hands. It's 1 single sphere, and then it's actually 2 spheres, and I'm going to release them both at it.
Beautiful.
Okay, so the first one's a 17, 18, and a 24.
Right.
To hit.
The 18 actually bounces off of it, believe it or not, but the other one hits.
Okay.
Oh, God.
You guys
12
are rolling
damage.
really high. This guy has an amazing armor class, so you guys have just been very lucky.
Okay, that's 12 damage.
12 damage? Yep. What happens?
Yes! Oh, thank you.
Thank fuck.
Yeah, so I conjure the moonbolt in my hand. I'm still standing on the box, so I'm above it. And I release the first one, it misses, and I'm like, oh. The second one, I hit it right in its eye. You can see from its eye like these electrical like bolts, and then just a blast of energy kind of like smatters this thing everywhere.
Oh, I love it.
Amazing.
Yeah, like his
Yes.
mouth is on top of his head, so like there's like light coming out of his head as well as from the eye as it just explodes. Great. You have defeated the creature. It is no longer.
We beat Dust
Well done.
Blue's flesh hole. Nice.
Does it have teeth?
Yeah, like 100.
I want to take one.
Several of them are actually embedded in my neck.
Yeah.
I'll
take one of those.
closer to John's neck. I'm going to be like, okay, yep, thank you. And I'm going to toss a couple of them into my bag.
Sure. They are really like nondescript teeth that could be from any sort of like larger creature that has like pointy teeth. Yeah, I'm pretty sure all 3 of you have never seen this creature before. Like, it wouldn't make sense to me. It's just creepy.
Well,
I could do with a bit of a nap.
yes, I could too.
Was that the only thing in that room, John?
There was a bathroom, a tub, which kind of brings me back. This place is nothing like the Rose. Services here is terrible.
Let's go in there and mend ourselves, shall we? Take a short rest.
I could probably use a bath.
Just climb over the box and we'll keep the box outside so we'll know if someone tries to come in.
Perfect.
Okay.
I go over and just sort of like inch and push the body off the bed and then sit on the side of it.
It just
Could you put
slumps down.
Could you put it in the room where the creature used to be so you don't have to look at it?
I don't want to touch it.
You've gloves.
Don't you have that hand
Casariel goes
thing?
over. Casariel just goes over She grabs the thing like army drag style, drags it over to here, tosses it in this room.
Awesome.
There
The
we
body
go.
is now in that room.
Done.
Obviously, visually it's happy, but spiritually, you know that.
Yeah.
What's
it's-
next?
Can I pick up a couple of these stools and just sit them upright and just sit on one of them?
Yeah, the stools are still pretty intact. The table seems to be broken, but the stools you can sit on. Yeah,
Cool.
Carla's going to take the edge of the bed and like plop her down on it, like arms spread. Like you two can
These are heavy.
watch.
He's gonna massage his neck where he got bit.
All right. Kasariel will go over to John to his bite, and I'm just gonna, take a look at it. If I have anything in my pack, like I'll pour some water on it, like try to just clean it out a little bit.
Give me a medicine check.
Yeah. 6. It looks
bite
fine.
marks.
Walk it off. Walk
No,
it
they're bite
off.
marks.
Grub some dirt
Other than
into
the
it.
fact that you have, other than the fact you've punctured skin and there's some blood and whatnot, there's nothing else going on there. So you should be fine, like after some rest.
Yeah, Kasariel like smacks it, like it's looks fine.
Reminds me of the barracks days.
All right, so I think exploring the rest of this place would be foolish. I think we should go down that hallway, head straight to those double doors, and see what's behind them.
I think I will die if I encounter anything close to that again.
Oh, no,
Saying.
well, we'll rest now.
Okay.
Right, I mean, shortly.
I
Want to
know.
go back to the dancing people and come back afterwards, or do you want to see how we feel after we take a rest?
We can take a rest and then decide whether or not we're going straight down.
I mean, if you want to try to take a actually sleep here, we can take turns. I mean, I do
There's
have
a lot
my
of furniture here that will allow you to barricade the door should the need arise.
bubble, right? My impenetrable bubble. So
I wouldn't. I'm useless to you unless I have my magic back, and I feel it's sapped quite a bit. You're going to have to take care of me and yourself if we go any further. I'm sorry to slow us down, but
No, we could.
I don't want to be a burden if another match like that arises.
I think Kasariel's right. We could take a rest here and like we could sleep for a while.
Take
Shift turns.
turns.
I can watch the door and
actually,
rest
I'll go first because I'm feeling all right. I'll go first. As a matter of fact, I could take possibly 2 shifts. That way, you could all be fully rested, and Does that work?
So John's gonna go over to the,
We'll
to
go
the
equal.
bathtub and leave the water in and just pull it over in front of the door to barricade it.
Fair enough.
Oh, then.
So, yep.
Oh.
Should we barricade the other door? It seems like that thing dug under the ground. Wonder if something else could come in that way.
Oh. You're right.
Prop up the broken table against this door to try to jam it, basically.
Sure.
Cool. All right.
You guys decide to take a long rest?
I really need one.
Yeah.
Sorry to do this, but I really need one.
Yeah.
What does the turn follow for keeping an eye? That's Kasariel, and then who?
We'll do it equal, so I think Kasariel, John, then Carla.
Okay. I pre-rolled it just now. Nothing happens, so you should be fine. Take your long rest.
Cozies.
Is there anything we want to take stock of before we jump into the fray, so to speak? What's a strategy, a plan?
I don't think we should muck about with the rest of the rooms. I think we should go straight to the source. All that will do hurt us more and we'll have to sleep again.
That's fair.
As John wakes up.
So, did you check out the brain? What happened?
You said
Tell
you'd
me.
give him back.
I gave
You
him
said you'd
back.
give him back.
I was busy, and now I'm back. I'm interested. What happened?
I'm going to put your brain in a jar when we find you.
No, could try. I'm sure it would be interesting study.
So helpful when he's
So-
John and when he's like this.
What happened? Tell me about it.
Do you not know what happens when you're hidden in there with him too?
I've got more important things than to watch you bubble around down in this place.
Insight check.
Go ahead.
Is this thing lying to me?
I
I
actually
won't be
don't
able to
know.
tell for you. I got something for you.
Okay.
Okay, what's my insight? Okay. It's a 17.
You're on the fence about it. On one side, if he has the power to corrupt someone like this through a weapon, yeah, he probably has other things on his mind that he can attend to. On the other hand, he's with John an awful lot.
Sort of like looking at his fingernails, like,
Got better things to do than pay attention to you. You're not that interesting. You are interesting, mind you. More interesting than most of this land. But you're not the only one in my life, sweetheart.
Armed. Strategy. When we encountered Dr. Daskalu, I think if he has the opportunity to fight us like these creatures can, we get knocked on our ass quite quickly. Is there any way we could incapacitate him early? Get him down, take a couple swings?
Sariel finishes her prayers, and as she's praying, her eyes are completely white. She's sort of like looking up like this. And then as she finishes, she just her eyes go back to her normal exactly. Her eyes go back to her normal purple, and she stands up. I'm sorry. What are you talking about?
She's talking
Dr.
about...
Dask.
Go ahead.
Oh, he's polite too. Wow. Yes, Dr. Daskell, when we encounter him, when we fight, the worst thing we can do is give the enemy any opening to us. Is there a way we could incapacitate him so that he is not able to hurt us quickly? He's a magic user.
I do have a way, but should we not... I mean, we're former friends, after all. I wonder if he could not be more useful to us alive.
If he's not willing to talk, we still need a plan.
That's true, but I think we should try to talk first.
I think we should have a plan to back up as well.
Oh,
You're a battle
Alright.
strategist, a fighter. Surely you know these negotiations don't always go as planned.
No, I know, and I agree with you, Carla. But I'm just saying, he might know where my mother is, and before we resort to violence, I think I should like to ask him some questions.
I'm sure we can
But if it
extract
does-
the information from him.
Oh, are you here again?
Hi. So, how do you do that whole contacting your god things? Tell me about it. You look so peaceful when you're speaking to them.
Would you like to talk to Saloon?
I have a feeling we're going to have a very intimate connection someday with this lovely instrument I have.
I would love to introduce you to her. The next full moon, I'd be happy to do that.
John? Well, whatever's occupying John, could I have your hand for a moment? Just a moment.
Well, I have it, but you can hold it, surely.
Gonna take it in her hands and she's gonna start casting Identify.
how long does Identify last? Or I'm sorry,
It's
not last. How long does it take to cast it?
Does it take an hour or no matter
Is it-
what every time?
You don't know it ritualistic, right? You know it as a spell. Then it's instant.
I know it's a spell, yeah. An
Yeah,
instant,
then
yeah.
it's instant. Yeah.
Instantly. And cast it on his hands. Just to see. With a creature, it lets us know if there are any spells affecting it, but I think she's trying, if you can imagine, with her arcane energy to tap into whatever dark thing is within John. That's what she's looking for. But if I can get nothing out of this, I'll get nothing.
Feel free to like change this or say this doesn't happen, Papa, but I would like to think that when she does that, she can see these almost imperceptibly thin and luminescent strings connecting John and just scattering off into the ether. And almost as he moves, the strings become taut in that area, as if he is actually this puppet on luminescent strings.
I like that. And I will add to that. You see that, and for a very brief moment, you see a bedroom with multiple people around you. You don't have the time to see the faces, but you see multiple people. And you notice that whomever's eyes you're looking through notices that you are looking through their eyes. The bedroom itself is neatly appointed. Looks like it's in a very large mansion.
Any symbolery, any at all, anything that could identify.
I'll allow you to roll for that. Give me a perception check.
Okay. I'm gonna absolutely burn a fucking guidance on that as well. Okay. 21.
Okay. You very quickly spot the image of a dragon on the wall. That's it.
Well, it appears that you can see the strings too. How very interesting.
Dragon. Are you in any way related to Argenvost?
We don't want to give up the game so quickly, do we?
If it comes to the end of it, you're not going to be a winner.
Sometimes you don't need to win the game to win at reality. But I didn't want to give up too quickly. Carla, I have to say I'm very impressed at you and your skills. You're something to keep an eye on.
I want John back. I don't like you.
I won't have him all the time. You're in a very interesting place, and you're going to speak to someone who I've been meaning to talk to for a while. So I'm bonding a bit, shall we say. And on to your question about whether or not we can incapacitate him, well, that depends on how easily manipulated his strings are. If I can get a hold, I might be able to help.
Suppose. He's a magic user. Anything that bounds magic, ties it, stops him from using it.
He's a
would be the most important thing.
If he's a magic user, he may have a bit of stronger will than normal. Although your friend has a bit of magic in him, but his strings are so easy to pull. So we'll see about your other friend, your Daskalu. See if his strings are easy as well.
I'm going to take a step towards this thing and just stare it in the eyes. And as I stare it in the eyes, my purple eyes turn black like it's.
Cool.
You're both so very interesting. I can see I've chosen wisely.
I can perhaps do several things to incapacitate. I can also try to dispel any magic. So I can also just walk up to him and try to melt him.
That would be very good. It would be very, very good.
Yes.
Yeah.
So, are we all in agreement? We should just try to go straight for the double doors then?
We talk first. Try to get information about your mother, his plans, why he wanted us here, anything he knows about Strahd, and possibly anything he knows about the items we're looking for. And I think he knows about the Fistani girl.
Yes, the Fanes, the Lady Vokta, and what we might have involved ourselves in. Perhaps we pretend to be his friend. You know? Perhaps he's brought us here for a reason. benevolent reason. Perhaps, could be. You know? Perhaps he's needs help?
This doesn't really read as a surprise fun vacation for your birthday, but sure, we can ask.
He has indeed left us a lot of very entertaining puzzles, to be sure.
That
like-
carpet.
Ghosts. I like things that aren't physically rotting and decaying. This is not pleasant. You agree, right, Gazariel? I'm not crazy here.
I don't know what to make of any of this, Carla. To be honest with you, I'm quite turned around.
If you ask me, this whole place is just reeks of a man who has broken all of his toys and is trying desperately to make them whole again.
Interesting.
I think we're allies for the most part, and the more allies we can have, the better. As far as gathering information is concerned, if not more. I mean, he did go on a journey with us once before. It was quite effective, even if it was disturbing. We do have 3
Hey.
old ladies to kill, don't we?
Yes.
Get your memories back.
Very well.
It's a bit sad that we don't want to go find more information around that lovely little brain room, but if you must, we can go and confront your friend.
If we survive long enough to make our way out, I promise you I'll go and I'll read all of its thoughts.
Thank you, Carla. Onward, then. He's going to clasp his hands behind his back.
That green carpet. It is always in our training. We sort of learned that in a place like this, if there's different terrain, it should be a bit of a red flag. So we should be careful on it at first, just to make sure it's not.
Flag.
Just making sure all 3 of you have applied your long rest, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, just want to make sure.
Donkey.
So you're not going to the other door, you're going to the hallway, right?
Right, the green hallway.
Are
Disappointed.
you sure you don't want to check to open
Not
this?
disappointed.
Just see.
I'm curious.
Are you sure you don't want to see? I mean, he walks by and goes, oh my, this must have been a treat to fight, as he sees the corpse of the previous thing.
John did perfectly well without you.
I'm sure he did. He's a fantastic vessel. Person, sorry, yes.
Better. All right, same strategy.
I'm going to open the door, and if there doesn't seem to be anything standing out as dangerous, he's just going to start walking down the hallway.
The hallway seems to be a clean, green carpet with 2 double doors at the very end of the hallway.
He's just going to walk, like, with the airs of he belongs here down this hallway.
Okay.
Should we knock?
I think we should use Carla's hand.
Oh yes, your lovely little tricks. Certainly.
Hand comes up from the ground and tries to open the doors.
Dun dun dun.
The wooden double doors in front of you look immaculate, especially in contrast to the rest of this tomb, you might almost say. There's iron filigree on it, and there's words on it in fancy letters. Written across both of the doors stands Laboratorium. Are you sure you wish to open this?
I mean, personally, I would rather be on a beach somewhere with a cocktail, but I suppose we're here.
Fair is fair, right?
All right.
You open up the doors.
Do the honors.
Again.
I'm gonna
We find
first.
cover.
I'm going to reach out and I'm going to grab both of their arms. I'm going to be like, Careful.
Carry on. I'll be right back.
caution. Okay, I'm going to do this once, and hopefully it will be to our benefit this time. I'm going to cast invisibility on all three of us, and then open the doors.
You okay, John?
Yeah, I just here. I think it was my ice maker.
Alrighty.
Invisibility, all three of us. Door open.
All three of you are invisible?
Yep.
Alright. And you use your skeletal hand to open the door.
Yes.
Go ahead. The doors open. And behind the doors stands, indeed, a form of a laboratory. You see wooden benches on both sides as if teachings might be given here by professors. There's a large table with a whole bunch of potions on it. And there's large cages in the corners of this room, in which you see shambling about corpses that have been brought back from the dead. In the middle of the room is a large slab that you would also find in a morgue or an operating theater. Poised on top of that is a pile of bloody mess. The room seems vacant other than that.
Not home. Sorry, went in her head. Not home, we should go. We should look somewhere else.
You don't want to see what's inside? Maybe leave him a note.
Mm.
Your friends came to visit, but you seem to have been out.
He's gonna step inside and just sort of like casually survey around.
Okay. The bloody pile on top of the slab is just nasty to look at. Other than that,
Very-
everything is as I described.
Seeing when John stepped in, he didn't immediately get attacked, so Carla's going to also step in and start looking at this table, investigating it, kind of looking for anything interesting, really.
Is there anything in the third cage on the right?
The third cage is bloodied but empty. Carla, are you gonna like look through the bottles if you see anything that like you recognize or something?
Yeah, it's like so anything recognized. So the original case that she was actually on, that she sent those to, was to find a man who made potions and made stuff like that. So she's going to try and recall any of the details she can remember from that case to try and find one that looks similar, or just any information really.
Right. Give me a investigation check.
Very well. Come on, don't fuck me. Natural 1, but I'm lucky. Okay.
Most of the bottles seem to be unlabeled.
I'm lucky. I'm re-rolling.
Oh, right, yeah, you can reroll because you're like a fucking like lucky. That's so unfair.
Halfling.
Okay,
I'm
go ahead.
halfling. Oh yeah. Okay. Investigation. That's a 24.
Okay. Suddenly, you notice that there are labels on these bottles.
I like look, and for a moment I find one bottle that's unlabeled, and I'm like, oh my god, there's no hope. And then I look again, and they're labeled.
Your eyes are blurry, and you like clear them. It's like, oh, I can see them all now.
Oh, yeah.
And you picked up a bottle, it's like, oh, there's no label on it. And you turn it in your hand, and you have like that moment that the label is on the other side.
Feeling a little bit stupid for the first time in her life.
Going through these bottles, a lot of them are like nondescript, weird stuff that you don't think hold any intrinsic value to you or to anyone other than who might be operating this room. However, there are a couple of bottles that pique your interest. Among the vast amount of bottles here, you find no less than 3 potions of greater healing.
Thank you, God. Thank you, Jesus. Thank you, every single person that is watching this right now. Okay, yeah, I'm going to snatch those up immediately
Other than that, there is one bottle that looks like it's made of crystal, and on top of it, the stopper looks like it is a spider. The fluid inside is a sickishly greenish hue, and the label says Gift der Spinnenkönigin. You're not really sure what that means, but the words kind of sound like Spider Queen.
Okay. It's not a concentration spell, so I'm going to do identify one more time.
So I just want to clarify.
Right.
Identify in this instance is basically Google Translate.
Yes.
Sure. You notice that the word gift is also a word that might be used instead of poison.
Oh.
This might be a bottle of poison from a very special arachnid.
I'm going to slip that into my... I'm going to remove, like, something from some pockets so that I have an easy access to this and stuff that in. Yeah.
Right.
And just keep them on. And I'm going to keep the health potions. And I don't know where the other 3 are, but the other 2 are, but when we eventually drop. Well, 3 technically. There's someone living in John, and where they are. So I'm going to hold on to them until I can see them and pass them out. So
Cool. As you turn to walk back to your party, your eye falls on another set of 3 potions next to each other. And the glow that comes off of it is something that just looks intriguing. Pick one of the bottles up, and the label reads Potion of Heroism. There's 3 of them.
those are mine now. I'm gonna snatch those up real quick. Okay, excellent.
While she's doing that, can John's body do something?
Sure. What do you want to do?
I would like to basically casually walk past the slab over to the cage and just sort of peer in and see if I notice anything in its contents. And from a metagaming standpoint, say he is blind sight and see if there's anything hiding in the cage.
Go right ahead.
And from a gameplay like mechanical standpoint, I want to imagine that the possessor sort of has these feelers of the strings that waft around within a 10-foot sphere, and that's his blind sight.
You look at the cage, and even though you try to feel if there's anything there other than some blood and maybe a cockroach or a spider that found its home here, there's really nothing alive back there. Assured that this is safe, you turn around only to notice that the big pile of flesh on the slab is starting to move.
We've got company.
And as it erects itself, you notice that it's not just a pile of flesh, but a pile of madness made of flesh and eyes and mouths.
Oh yes, madness.
Roll for initiative.
I'm very used to this.
Can it see us? Can it see
yes.
us? Is it seeing us?
Oh,
Okay.
yes.
I crit failed my initiative, so I got 1.
Ah! Oh no.
Got a 14.
John turns around and Esther just goes, "Oh my, madness!" And
Oh,
sort
is
of
that a gibbering
stunned.
mouth?
That is a gibbering mouth.
Rolled
Oh,
a
it is a
natural
modified
20
version.
on initiative, which I don't like because I wasted it on initiative.
Currently had a 14, you said, right?
Yes.
I wasted my crit miss, so balance of the universe.
Right. Kazariel, you're up first. You notice that this giant pile of flesh is just erecting itself. And it just looks like mouths and eyes in ground beef is what it looks like. It's horrifying. And before you do anything, as you see this like coming up, you hear the mouth start to talk, and it's maddening. The sound that is coming from this creature is just making you like almost go crazy. I need you to make a wisdom saving throw.
16.
All right. It's annoying, and oh god, like that sound is terrible, but you can face it. You're okay.
Right. It's my turn first, yes? Okay.
Yes.
Can you tell me quickly what is deafness? If I deafen a foe, is it not able to speak?
Excuse me.
If
I think that didn't.
I believe deafened.
It can't
It means
hear.
that it can't hear. Yeah.
Oh, I think that's.
Let me look it up just to be sure. But
I think blindness, deafness means
Here.
it can't hear anything.
Yeah, so it
Yeah.
couldn't cast, but I don't think this is a cast situation. Okay.
mean,
it
if
can't
it's
hear, and it automatically fails anything that would require hearing.
So if we were trying to
Okay.
sneak around, my clunky armor wouldn't affect that.
Kasariel jumps back, hears that, and immediately just gut reaction. I'm gonna cast blindness on it.
Awesome.
Interesting.
So
That's
that
cool.
is a Constitution saving throw. Please.
Okay. Constitution. Okay. How much?
15.
It saves it with a 19.
Shit. Right. Sure. That's my action. Bonus action, I am going to, Kasariel says, oh, fuck. She's gonna look around the room. She's assessing where Carla is and where John is. You can see her begin to conjure a pool of light beneath her. No. No. Oh, no. Nope. I'm gonna move back into this corner. And I'm gonna
Okay.
formulate my next plan. That's it for me.
So no pool of light?
No.
Okay.
Nope.
Cool.
Wait! Yes! Sorry.
Yes.
I'm so sorry. I'm a little nervous. Yes. There is a pool of light, but it forms underneath the creature. And from the ground, you see a spiritual weapon just come up through the ground. It's a scythe with a triple goddess moon situation. It's going to take a swipe at it.
I love
cast
that. Wow.
At second level.
What a way to
Okay.
what a way to put that. I love that. All right, so let me get that for you.
The 24 to hit.
Yeah, that is.
Okay. Oh, that's a 6 points of damage as the scythe just swings toward it.
Let me check one thing. The scythe just like hacks into it. Wonderful. 6 points of damage, you said, right?
Mm-hmm.
All right. Okay. Anything else?
No, that's it.
Carla.
What am I going to do? Those are good questions. All right, well. Okay. Okay. It's like 1, 2. I'm gonna get 5 feet closer to it. I'm gonna bust out the big boy bagpipes, and I'm gonna thunder wave this bastard into next week.
Love it.
That's going to. I'm gonna do that second level.
Love it.
So that it's 3d8 instead of the usual 2.
And that's just an AC check, right?
Yeah, Constitution 14.
Constitution 14. Nope, that's a 4. No, wait, a 5. But still. No.
Excellent. So that's going to be 12 plus 3, that's 15. I'm also going to...
And it blows back a bit, right?
It blows back 10 feet.
Yep.
And what I'm also going to do is... Bard spell that deals damage or restores hit points. I'm going to throw my bonus die in there, and I'm going to roll a d6 of damage to it as well. That's now an 18.
Ooh.
And that's my turn.
Right.
I'm going to pop on back here, closer to the door. I don't feel like getting closer.
All right. I totally forgot to also let you make a sanity check, so I will allow you to forfeit it for now, because that is on me.
Okay, sounds good. It takes a lot to crack through Carla's skull. I like to...
Yeah, like
going on in there.
you're... It's not that you're not afraid, it's like, you don't really get, like, it's just yammering. And you're yeah.
Her deerstalker cap, the flaps were down and she could barely hear it.
That's it.
My muffs.
All right. The creature itself is babbling incoherently towards you, John, and whether or not that has an effect on you, we will know on your turn. However, one of the mouth actually does like a... and just spits a glob of whatever it is at you. I need you to make a dexterity saving throw.
I'm excellent at those. Oh, this body is so meandering.
I got a 5.
Oh, damn.
That's not enough. You are blinded. You don't take any damage.
Interesting.
The creature moves up a little bit to you, but you are blinded. John, your turn.
Do I have to roll for wisdom? Or no?
Yes, you do. Yeah, you do.
I'm going to use a different die. That one sucks.
To jail with you, sir.
16 plus 3 is 19. Ooh,
All right.
I love you.
Even though the sound is terrible, but you can push through. You're fine.
So I'm imagining that John inside is like screaming in terror at this gibbering thing, and he hears in his head, "Oh, relax, I'll deal with it." And given the fact that he has blind sight, can I make my attack normally?
You totally can. Yes.
So the tendrils of like string detect and sort of somewhat wrap around this thing in an ethereal manner, so it doesn't actually impede it in any way. But his arm sort of like, he's not even looking, his arm lifts up with the strings and slams down towards where the strings hit. So he's gonna make a heavy weapon attack.
Cool. Let's go.
That is gonna be 19. If I had Hexblade Master would have been great, but I didn't do it. So 19 plus, that's gonna be a 23 to hit.
Yeah, no.
All right.
Is that a question? Yeah.
Oh man, if I had Hexblade cursed it, I can't retcon bonus action Hexblade curse it, can I? No, it already happened. Let's just go with it. All right. I'm gonna slam it. Oh, come on. Okay. This is better. I'm burning a 2 second spell slot to do 4, 8, 15 plus 3, 18 plus 15. Holy crap. 18 plus 15, 33 damage.
Wow. Okay.
So this thing spits in his
Beautiful.
eyes, and he goes, "Don't worry, I'll take care of it." And his rest of his body doesn't really move, but his arm comes up and just slams down onto this thing.
Part of this body just flies off in a dead pile of flesh into the corner. You're wrecking this. There's like blood dripping out of it. Beautiful.
All right. I think
You like that sort of thing. Daskala would have found this really beautiful.
man, there are so many things that would have happened if I had Hexblade cursed it, but I didn't. So we're just gonna leave it at that. And he's gonna stand
All right.
there, just sort of not staring at it, but staring at it.
Top it around. Cassariel. Let me quickly measure something. You're fine. Like, you can hear the sound that the creature's making, but it isn't maddening you at present. What do you do?
Excellent. All right. The first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to bid my spiritual weapon to move towards it and strike at it again.
All right. Go ahead.
And it does so for a 16.
Hits.
Whew. That's 8 damage.
Yep.
And then, Kasariel will conjure a sphere of purple energy in her hands that then becomes 2 and release 2 radiant moonbolts at it.
Ah, I love how you describe that every single time.
That's
Yes.
Okay. Oh, okay, that's good. So the first one is... okay, the first one is 19 plus 7.
That hits.
Okay, the second one is 12, 19.
Also hits.
Ah! Okay. That's 14 points of damage total.
All right. A bit of the gibbering mouther just flies off again. It's starting to get a little diminished, but it's still standing. Carla. Oh, unless you have anything else.
Yes, I do. I'm going to use my movement. I'm going to move in front of Carla, and I'm going to hold my shield up again.
All right.
That's it.
Carla, you can hear this creature yammering about, but you're fine for now.
Oh, excellent. I'm going to pop away from her shield for just a brief moment to take one of my push daggers and fling it at that creature. Firstly, 17?
Yep, that is.
Oh, excellent. Okay. So that is 5 damage to it with that. And I'll... I don't feel like getting rid of Casimir's dagger, but... Ooh, I don't know. I mean... I'll determine a tail. I won't use it, but I'll determine it. Okay. Alrighty. Let's continue on. No, then I'll pop back behind partial cover of Kasariel.
The creature itself tries to wrap itself around John, his many mouths getting closer and closer and trying to take a bite out of him. It tries to do so twice. Once for a 19, once for a 12.
I'll accept the 19.
Right. You better.
Whoa.
What is this accepting thing you're talking about?
Well, I was
you're
thinking
gonna lay
about
down there and
shield,
take it.
but I don't know. Yeah, no, we're good.
All right.
Accept.
That is 17 points of piercing damage, and I need you to make a strength saving throw.
Maybe I shouldn't have accepted that. Strength saving throw. All right.
Yes, sir.
All right. Oh, 19 plus 2 is 21. Oh my god.
That is barely enough. It tries to push you onto the ground so it can absorb you into its body, but you withstand it.
Wow.
It's barely enough.
I'm going to.
You're feeling like you're
stop
being pushed to your
accepting
knees,
these.
but you stand back up.
Okay, seeing that John is nearly getting swallowed, after it, like, obviously does all of its hits and all that kind of stuff, Carla is going to open up a portal beneath John's feet and teleport him safely
Is that a
to
reaction?
this side. It's a reaction. It's a reaction spell.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
We're going to
where
teleport him
do you
sort
put
of
him?
hair. Like, do you see where I'm kind of pointing, like hair?
Yeah, sure. And since it's teleport, that is not an attack of opportunity. John,
No.
in your turn, you do have to make a wisdom saving throw as well, now that it is your turn.
All right.
But you don't take an attack of opportunity.
That is 17 plus 3 is 20.
You're fine.
This die is. Mwah, I love you. Thank you. It's saving me. Okay.
It is.
I'm well aware of what just happened. Oh God. Okay, so it's my turn now. That was my.
Yep.
All right. So again, he's blind, but I imagine this thing is like just barely on the ends of his little tendril things, and so his head cocks to the side a little bit, and then he just takes one step backwards towards it because he's facing the other way. And he takes one step backwards towards it, and just his arm, he swings around like almost like a top to hit it. And so
I love it.
Oh man, this is fun. Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and roll everything all at once. Ooh, that is a 14 to hit.
That hits.
Oh, thank God. Okay, yeah, because I'm dumping everything I got into this. The last another smite. 5, 5, 2, 11, 15. Oh my God. So 12, 15 plus 10 is 25 plus another 15. Oh my God. Okay, so I rolled almost max on the. Anyway, I'm just gonna stop boring you with the details and say it's 40.
What happens?
I'm sorry. I'm dumping every resource I've got into this.
That's cool.
Yeah. So he takes this bite, and all the strings for a second go limp, and then string taut again. And as he's about to hit again, Carla's portal whisks him to the other side of the room. He's confused for a moment. Head tilts sideways, takes a step back, and just like completely whirls around, slamming this thing, and slices him in two. And he just stands there over the corpse.
It just dissolves into a pile of flesh, which it once was. Just has a lot of mouths on it that no longer speak. Wonderful.
Thank you, Carla. That was interesting.
Incredible.
Yes, this
You knew
willed you
where it
nicely.
was.
He wipes away the goo from his eyes.
Everything has strings, Carla. You just need to know where to look for them.
I found potions here. Take one each, and I hand one. Yeah, each of them one heroism and one greater health potion.
Yep.
The heroism I've encountered it a couple of times. If we feel like we're about to go into battle, I slam it. Just slam it. Let it go. And I also found a vial of poison, but I'll keep a hand on that if you're comfortable. And I imagine Carla will go and dig out her dagger from the flesh, wipe it off, sheath it again.
Sure. You got your dagger back.
I'm going to sort of walk over a little, checking out these two undead that are behind bars here. What are they up to?
You know what? Even though you've been fighting here and you've been relatively close to the cages, they're just hanging around there. They don't seem the least bit interested in you.
Are you students of the professor?
So which one do you talk?
He's sort of just standing in front of both of them and just.
By the way, I still haven't used a concentration spell. You're still invisible.
I think if I attack, doesn't it drop invisibility?
Yes.
If I attack. Oh, okay, yeah. Never mind. I attacked. It's fine.
You did.
Never
We
mind.
all attacked.
I was being very cautious about that, but I forgot that attacking also counts.
Well, I think though it only drops your invisibility. So if you make someone else invisible, if they don't do anything, your concentration stays up and they stay invisible. But
Yeah, and only if you attack
or
with a concentration spell.
Correct.
Another concentration spell does it go down.
But if the person who's invisible attacks, I think that drops invisibility too.
Correct. That's how I usually rule it, because if not, then it's hugely powerful.
Okay.
You
Cool.
can turn someone else invisible and they're like an invisible killing machine because you don't attack. So, yeah.
Which is why I'm frequently here you go. Yeah, alright.
I mean, imagine how strong that is, right?
Yeah.
So you say this to these two zombies, and they just look at you with like this rasping kind of, breathing kind of voice.
They might just be students, empty vessels willing to learn.
We can't leave him like this.
Carla's going to point at them and cast message at the one that John is looking dead at. And oh wait, he's moved. You know the one. And just say, is there anything left of you?
And as you do that, you notice that the zombie itself just stops in its tracks, looks at you, and says, "Well, this has been quite a while. Good to see you."
Does it say that out loud or in her head?
Oh no, it says it out loud as a reaction to her message.
Hello, Doctor.
Hallo, mein Liebchen. What are you doing in my house?
We've been
What
looking.
are you doing in your house?
I have been experimenting, working very hard and making wonderful progress.
You. We have heard through rumor mills, and Carla's going to kind of skulk towards him a little bit, definitely trying to be more dangerous than she looks. And she's heard through the rumor mill that this impromptu visit that we've had here might have something to do with you. Missing old friends?
I just simply comply with what is asked of me, as any good employee should do, of course. Now, I have seen that you have been upstairs, yeah? And you have been through all of my things, yeah? Now you come down here, and you have destroyed my pet, and you have been defiling my laboratorium. I understand, but I am, of course, not very happy with that.
Your pet did attack us first. If it was friendly, we would have left it alone.
It might have been hungry.
And I mean, there's no shortage of food around the place, given the... And she kind of glances at the dead body next to him, the undead, with the collection you've acquired.
See, this is where the difference becomes apparent between scientists and the common folk. For my pet did not eat flesh.
Huh.
It craved something different.
Does it crave?
It is one of the things that I am most proud of. I created this creature myself. It actually loves gold and jewels.
Yes, when it was eating John, I really felt that from it.
You must have been attacking it and scaring it.
Why are you caged up? Why are you hiding? I mean, this is your laboratory.
I am
Your
not
private
hiding.
place.
I am working in the auditorium, giving a lesson right now. If you want to visit, perhaps also come to the auditorium so we can speak more plainly.
Where's the auditorium, darling?
The zombie looks at you for a couple of seconds and then just reverts to its normal state.
I'd love to go pick his brain.
I'd love to go pick it out of his head.
At this moment, John gestures towards the two. Can I cast Eldritch Blast at the two of them to essentially dismantle their strings and make them fall limply to the ground?
To just kill them? Sure. There's no battle here because they're locked up. So sure, if you want to kill them, they're gone.
He's just gonna in disgust, and even if it takes a couple shots.
Sure, they're gone. That's we don't have to roll for that.
Want to go break some more of his toys then, shall we?
You want to go talk to him? He seems to be wanting to give us a lecture.
Yes, of course.
Though I'm not particularly pleased that we're doing it in an area that he gets to choose.
This is very interesting. I like being an adventurer for once. Getting out, going and... What is it you do? Slay things.
It's fun.
I'm going to turn around and place my hand on John's chest. It'll glow white. And I'm going to put 6 points of healing into him. But I'm going to look him in the eyes and say, there is a code that I follow, and John follows. Those creatures do not deserve the fate that befell them. And we save creatures like that if we can. So the next time, let us know what you're doing first. And I'll take my hand away.
He's going to look a little bit amused, but not really respond to that.
Seems to be willing
Sorry.
to talk. Sorry.
Walk past him. Like you can just see every ounce of control that Kasariel has every time this thing comes out. She tenses like she's just she'll just walk past it.
Love it.
Dr. Daskalu seems to be willing to talk. Just he might also be willing to, trap us to talk.
I'm rather tired of playing this game, actually.
As you healed him, actually, and you made that contact.
Hi, buddy. Welcome back.
I hate this place.
The air feels heavier, huh?
God damn it.
Sorry.
He sort of takes in his surroundings, sees that you guys are leaving or like walking toward, or sees that Carla's leaving, and he just sort of shakes his head. Sorry, and goes, "Thank you."
John.
I'm just to avoid wasting time. He basically he's kind of caught up on the situation. He knows what happened, but he's just not feeling too chuffed about it.
Wait, she'll take his hand before he leaves.
Yeah.
It's my fault you're here. I'm sorry.
You couldn't have stopped me if you tried, Kasaru.
I know.
Let's go see what this is all about. I'm gonna follow Carla.
Well, if we were an auditorium in this hellhole, where would we be?
Who knows? There seems to be no rhyme and reason to this place, she's going to say, and the mage hand's going to come up and fling the door open.
Right. Auditoriums need not be big. You fling open the door, and behind this door, indeed, you find another room. It doesn't seem to be a bedroom, but there's a couple of features here that strike your interest. There's a couple of plants here, a ladder that is just put against the wall, and there's a coffin with a candle on top of it and a chair next to it. Standing in the middle of the room, though, is a door with a torch behind it casting a shadow on the ground. At the end of the room, there's another small room with a door.
Reach. Yeah, I think mage hand's going to knock that coffin open.
Okay, there's nothing in it.
And then it's going to swing around and it's going to knock on this door.
Love it.
Nothing happens.
Daskalu! Doctor, paging the doctor. You
Nothing in
here?
this room feels inclined to respond to you.
One of you go first. I don't feel like being bait.
John tentatively steps in, a couple steps into the room. He keeping eyes on the coffin.
There's nothing in the coffin.
He's still not comfortable with it.
What does
Carla's
this ladder
going-
lead to?
It's just standing against the wall. There's nothing up there.
Yeah.
It's harmless decor. I love how you don't trust me. It's just
Not at all.
Stop this. Stop this. You
Openly.
know. You know. You
Openly.
know.
it's just a ladder against the wall. There's nothing above it, like other than ceiling.
Mm-hmm.
Fred is very curious about a door in the middle of a room, so she's going to do a thorough investigation of it, and that includes sort of like, I imagine like if you could, like, she's going to try and reach out with her arcane energy as well. She's going to try and kind of give this a full investigation. She doesn't want to be opening a door to a portal to some other place.
I will allow you a investigation check and an arcana check in tandem. So go ahead.
Okay. Wonderful. Okay. So the investigation pulls up a 15, and the arcana is going to be an 11.
All right. Arcana-wise, there is a residual feeling of magic around you, but it's hard to pinpoint what it is. As for your investigation, obviously, like other than the coffin, which is just disturbing, you're looking at this room, and the one thing that catches your eye is this door. It's weird to have a door just standing there in the middle of the room. You look at it, and you assess just everything that you see. What you see is a relatively plain door with a torch behind it, casting a shadow on the ground. Looking at the shadow, you see that it has the shape of a door, complete with all the features that the door has. There's a couple of creases in there. You can see the lock in it. You can see a very little portal that is in it, just like the cell doors.
To take the portal with my mage hand and slide it open to see if there's anything inside.
The door doesn't open.
And open. If I go around the other side and try,
The door still doesn't open.
it has a lock. Yeah?
There is a lock on it, yes.
I'll pull out the key, the magic key, and attempt to use it to open the door.
How?
Well, But you said there's a lock on it, right?
Yes, but describe
So-
to me what you're doing.
So I'm going to take this sort of key out of my bag and hand it to my mage hand, which has been touching the door, not me. I'm not stupid. I could be very stupid. I would step back and hand the key to my mage hand and sort of like beckon towards the lock for it to reach its bony fingers up and sort of press it towards the keyhole to see if it'll do that weird shifting and shaping into like the perfect key for this door.
It
seen
feels as
before.
if it's pressing against something, but it doesn't go into the lock.
Did we get a key from a statue? I feel like I remember something about a basilisk. God, dreams are weird.
Switch out the keys.
The
Chandler
key
will go again.
seems to be a perfect fit for this door. Like, even the filigree on the key matches what little filigree is on the lock. It's a perfect fit. But it doesn't go in.
Okay.
John, while she's doing that, is like behind the door, just sort of waving like, this is, who would put a door in the middle of the room? It's useless. It doesn't go anywhere.
As you're waving, you're casting a shadow of your hand.
Oh, okay.
Because like, there's a torch there. So
Right.
it's casting a shadow as well.
I can
It's-
glean nothing from it. I'm going to the other door.
Okay.
No shadow puppets.
Where do you do the shadow puppets? Just next to the door or something?
Right in front of the torch, in between the torch onto the door, to like make a shadow theater onto the door. Sorry.
It makes a
good luck.
shadow feeder on the door, and you notice that when you do it near the lock itself doesn't get blocked by your hand.
Carlos, something funny's happening over here.
What do you mean?
I'm
I
doing
imagine
it.
she'll go over.
I
she'll
told
come-
you, your shadow puppets are not funny. Nobody thinks they're funny but you.
Oh, something's
only
ruining
one.
my shadow puppets.
Oh.
This door is making my shadows weird.
Sorry.
I'm going to show
I'll
Carla
try that thing again.
the lock not getting impacted.
I'm gonna try and put the key in the shadows lock.
That makes a perfect fit. Are you going to try and put it in there to turn it?
Yeah.
Door opens.
God. Stupidity wins again.
Stupidity won the puzzle.
I imagine she like does that. It opens and she looks up and she locks eyes with John, a man she does not think is smart. The small bit of hope she has left in Barovia of anything positive, and she just beams and she's like, "Please,
What happened?
please never change. John, you're a genius in your own special way."
As you look at the door, now open, you see an image of a hallway with green carpet and a torch. It seems like it's the end of a hallway. And over there, you see that there is a very small crevice in the wall, almost as if there's a door there.
Into the unknown?
He's looking at the other side of the door. Did the other side of the door open when they opened it from one side?
No.
John is like against the wall going, "Oh God, my head."
Every part of my training tells me this is incredibly dangerous. Walking into a creature's lair is the worst thing you can do.
You want answers about your mother?
Dirty fool, Carla.
Door to nowhere. Casario is the best thing in this house.
I'm gonna pull I'm gonna look back at the coffin. Casario's gonna pull 3 stakes out of her pack and hand one to each of them and keep one in her hand herself. All right. Yeah, then.
Oh, I'm so proud of you.
Buffy the Vampire Slayer vibes.
You step through the door, Carl?
You guys want to?
Absolutely.
You guys want to take a? Oh, if he's doing something. Whoa. Carla,
As you step through the door, you come out of the wall, and right in front of you, so to the east, you notice that there's a door there.
A laboratorium door?
No,
Oh.
a hallway.
Oh, I don't like this, and he's gonna walk through as well.
Boop. Casario?
Uh-huh. There I go. Sudden death.
Well, we learned the salute last night. How about once more? Just to
Yes.
get us through.
Moonlight above.
Chaos below.
Spirits abound. Like... Okay.
Through the hallway, there is a torch above green carpet leading around the corner. And as you look around the corner, you see 2 beautiful wooden double doors.
You know, I don't imagine there's many people that come down here. I don't know why he needs all this privacy. An open plan would be nice.
He really should modernize the place. It's a bit
so-
antiquated.
Mhm.
I'm trying, okay? You guys approach the door, and that is where we're going to take our break. Hello, everybody. Welcome back after the break. We're just having fun. Yeah, so where did we leave off? Our 3 heroes, who we just dubbed Pinky in the Brain, Carla, and the John. Yes. And Casario as, like, bonus character. They have just walked through a secret door and around a corner, and they're now standing in front of 2 large wooden double doors. And the question is, what will they do with that? Will they open them? The choice is yours. What do you do?
Did he say he was teaching or doing something? Should we wait or should we knock or?
He told us to come join him.
That's what I was afraid of. All right, he's gonna approach the doors and kind of tentatively push them open.
Okay. The doors give way, so feel free to open them up. The doors open up to a large auditorium with a couple of pews that are looking towards a center stage that is a little off the ground and has a wooden railing around it with some wooden steps to the side. The room seems to be completely empty, other than the stage area where a table stands with a couple of potions on it. In front of the table of potions, you see someone that you three definitely recognize. An elderly gnome turns around and faces you and says, "Vi, you have what it takes to find my auditorium. That is great. That is great. Please, welcome in. I have so much to do. I mean, to discuss with you."
Daskelu, we solved your shadow puzzle. With
Yes.
he's quiets down.
Carla's going to very confidently walk up and then slip into a side on one of the chairs, kind of cross her legs over, like, you know, just very like confidently, take out her notebook, her pen. She's like, "Well, we have a lot to learn from you, Dr. Daskelu."
Oh, yes. Oh, yes, you do.
Casario.
Go for Q&A?
Casario, are we going back to school?
I love you, John.
You too.
The last time that we saw each other and we parted, I took with me a very special artifact. A potion, if you will. The potion that I have been working on ever since I set foot in this land has been proving most interesting. You see, the potion, when I took it with me, it was a temporary boost. A temporary power to strengthen one and hone that which is locked inside of you. But just for a moment. In this land, I was given a house and a laboratory to further experiment on this potion, and I have been pursuing zwei Dingen to make this potion even more interesting. And I am happy to say that I have succeeded. The potion can now do two things. First of all, the temporary effect of the potion is now permanent. It strengthens one in such a way that it is permanently unlocking that which you have inside of you. And secondly, if you use this on someone that does not have the potential to unlock something inside of them, it forces an unlock. This works on everything. On corpses, on body parts, on inanimate objects. Anything will come to life and be very strong. It is absolutely amazing.
John raises his hand.
Yeah?
Was this the one that we were in the caves with we were working with you? That one felt funny.
It is that one, but better. Better now.
All right, thank you. I don't have anything to write down. Carla, can I have a
gave
copy
you
of your
this?
notes? Never mind.
She rips out like a page from her notebook, hands it to him, and like a spare quill. Just fucking take that down. So, who you said it? Okay, I have many questions, of course. Very interested.
But of
Who
course.
gave you this house? What was the deal? Do they want a piece of the potion, or is there more to it?
Oh, I've been working together with them for a long time now. See, these potions may very well unlock the potential that lies in so many people that inhabit this land, and therefore it comes with a steep price. The question is if I can concoct a potion with the materials that I have at my disposal to use to embolden those that are already useful, to strengthen them. So far, I have created some batches and sent them out to the old lady at the windmill, to a place very far away, another city. I believe it starts with a K. I do not care about what the place is, but I sent it there as well. I sent them to the castle. And
Ravenloft.
oh yes. Oh yeah. And I kept them here for further experimentation. You noticed one of my experimentations. See, the one that you fought in my laboratorium. That was just a bit of flesh from 3 different sources put together with a potion poured over it. It is that strong.
What? Why us? Why did you send for us to come here?
So that is an interesting question, and I do have an answer for you that is twifold. See, first of all, there are certain powers in this land that at times request if there are certain strong individuals outside of this country's borders to help out in finding, well, in finding help, if you will. But secondly, and this brings me to the most important reason, I knew that if I were to bring you to this land, eventually our paths would cross again, for you will not pass up the opportunity to talk to me again, would you, Carla?
Never. Been hunting
Exactly.
you for a while.
And the problem is that while this potion is important and great, it should also be noted that this potion is mine, and it will always be mine. And if there is anyone that will potentially try and report on these potions, it would be you, Carla. And I cannot have that, for this potion is mine, and mine alone. And it's for that very reason, he waves his hand, and you hear the doors close behind you. That I asked for you to join me here. For I'd love to give you a live demonstration of the power of this potion.
Before we get to that, theory. We need more theory. We have more questions. You're clearly going to do something that maybe we're not going to particularly like. John, is it important enough?
Was he asking for an interview? Are you asking for an interview? What? I wasn't paying attention. I'm sorry.
I will disregard that. Your question, Carla.
Whatever you're about to do, I imagine you don't want anyone reporting on it, so it's going to stop me from reporting on it. But
Correct.
I don't report for the reason of sharing my tales with others. I report for my own curiosity, my own interest. I still need to pay bills. I still need to I need to have connections, ties that get me into places. That is reporting to me. I want to know more. Everything you know, especially if you're going to take away my ability to. to tell it again. How did you end up in this land?
All right. It seems only fair that I share that with you. Your curiosity ever unending. I came to this land by sheer accident. When we parted ways, I was on my way traveling to another land when I was swallowed by the mist, and when I looked around, I found myself here.
Did you lay the trap at the Durst house for us?
I do not know where the Durst house is.
You don't know about the Durst?
It had children in it, and never mind.
No idea.
You said this potion is now a success. I imagine there have been plenty that weren't.
They were of a different level of success, yeah.
Do you know anything about a woman named Salisariel, Silverbrow? You encountered her on your paths.
Yeah, and there we come to the big conclusion for the other one that is joining us, the lovely Cassariel. Yeah, that is the very reason why you are here. Is it not?
Why am I here?
Salisaria.
Oh, never mind.
You are here because you've been strung along. Cassariel, you... he just dismisses you.
Do you think he likes you, John?
Quickly out of character. I love you, buddy, but sorry, I gotta play my character.
I didn't mean to cut in. Like, I thought you would stop talking, and then it. So that's my bad. But no, I got it.
Oh, good.
While he makes that aside to John,
Yeah.
Cassariel is squeezing her hand so hard that her nails are cutting into her palm and her fist is beginning to drip blood.
Okay. I'm not gonna let you take 1 damage for that just yet, but cool. Cassariel. Ever so morally good, yet that is only the surface, yeah? Perhaps you are one of the most interesting ones of the bunch. Your mother definitely said that you are.
Did she?
Oh, yeah. What little she could say, she definitely said that, yeah.
Daskalu? Say what you mean. I have no intention of playing with you.
Oh, but I have
Gosh.
every intention of playing with you. You have been a nuisance and you have been bothersome. And your mother is only the, well, living proof of the fact that I cannot trust you. You do what is good and what is righteous. I do what is logical. And those two are on the opposite sides of the spectrum.
Where is she?
Let's just say that she is around. She's been very busy.
Carla's going
Wow.
to reach out to John while
Is-
this is happening. Sorry. While this is happening, Carla's going to reach out to John. And then she's going to reach past, and she's going to reach to the entity in John and say, show yourself to him. No, you can continue on. Sorry.
Sorry.
Where is she?
Oh, she's closer by than you think. But I'm not going to tell you. That would ruin the surprise. Oh,
You
poor
meant-
little Cassariel looking for her mom.
Gonna die.
You see Cassariel just... She's been pacing back and forth this whole time.
Mhm.
She's running her fingers along the pew as she looks back up and listens. Her fist is just dripping blood. She's gonna look over at Carla and then at John.
You see John's head, like his hand was up because he was going to ask another question about the mist, and his head sort of twitches for a second after Carla touched him, and his hand slowly goes down, and he smiles at you.
You know anything about this? I need to nod my head over to the entity possessing John, to Dr. Daskalu.
He's gonna stand up and clasp his hand behind his back and just smile at Daskalu.
Yeah, John?
Hello, Doctor. Seems you've been doing some work here in the country. I have a few questions of my own.
Do I detect who I think you are?
Your powers of perception are, let's just say, legendary. Renowned? Something. People talk.
Yes. So what are you doing with John, then?
Well, I imagine that one such as yourself, one who creates and abuses his toys, wouldn't understand the value of keeping one in peak condition. And as he snaps his fingers, like an array of sparks and small flames comes out as he prestidigitates. Peak condition.
You see Daskalu just like curling his lips into a smile, saying, I did not expect you to pick this specimen, but perhaps to each their own. You know a little deal. I do not say when you do not say, but one wrong step of you, and I will tell them.
You'll only
What's the steal?
Yeah, good.
What's the steal? You've met. You know what's its name?
Oh, well, I'm pretty sure that they can know that, right? This, ladies, is Escher.
Charmed, I'm sure.
Yeah. Escher is also someone who inhabits this land. Yeah. We have worked together before. And apparently he is now also taking a liking into guiding others to do his bidding. Not unlike what I do. Just different.
You found your means of control in the form of concoctions and vials and potions, and I've sought out something a little bit more elegant. But respect nonetheless to how far you've come with such insufficient tools.
He takes a bow at that.
You've had encounters with the Lord of this land. That's what I got a little bit there.
Who are you asking that?
Daskalu. I already know about Escher. A little bit.
There have been moments, yeah.
What? Well, as I said, laying it all on the table, I don't expect to walk out of here. What is it? What is he?
From what I gather, he is the ancient, and he is the land.
Oh, you know, in my college lectures, they laid everything out on the table, often wrong, but still. Argynvost, have you heard the name?
A decrepit little fortress, a little bit west to the west, yeah.
You know anything about it? Anything interesting? We have leads there. I'm never going to get to them.
You have leads everywhere, Carla. You always have. This is just a decrepit building.
Is it time then?
He's gonna walk up behind Casariel and whisper,
You're right. Don't let him get under your skin. He's not worth it.
Saria will look from Escher to Daskalu. The torchlight in the room is going to dim as she uses thaumaturgy. As it does, she's going to raise up 10 feet off the ground. And if I may do an action after that, I will. If not, she's going to stand there like motherfucking Storm.
I love it.
Oh, waiting for. She's not harming him.
All right. What do you want to do?
From her hands, a sphere of energy shoots out around the three of them, 30 feet. Electricity crackling from its center, which is her, as she casts Channel Divinity.
Okay.
Twilight Sanctuary. And that's all. She's going to look at the other two. I've had enough.
Daskalo looks at that and says, "But then I imagine that concludes the lesson." And you can roll for initiative.
When he says that, and they all share a glance to each other, and Escher's gonna look up at Daskalu and say, "Deals off, Daskalu."
Cool.
Amazing.
16.
For the fight, I will obviously raise the but I just had to thematically lower it.
Oh, good.
That was so awesome.
The mom thing. Don't fuck with Kasariel's mom.
Yeah, no, that was really cool. All right, let's go.
You guys go first.
16.
13.
1.
God,
Oh,
okay.
no.
I got a cock die on the first one. I was like,
Okay.
I'll re-roll that. Damn.
Get it out of the way.
You had a 1 in the previous one, wasn't you?
No. Don't rub it in.
Okay.
Cassandra,
okay.
you had 14, right? Or 16.
I had 16. Sorry, that's 13.
Oh, yeah, sorry. And 13. All right. Are you guys mentally prepared?
Let's see.
Holy fuck, this is so high. Okay.
First big boss
Sorry.
battle, guys.
First one. Oh.
Carla, let's go. You bite it off.
Fireball. Fireball this motherfucker.
Yes!
Ah. Eat shit, Daskalu. Okay. Alrighty,
what's the
give
save on
me
that?
a dexterity save 14. I'm gonna roll the fucking damage.
Save meets it beats it, right? I rolled a 14.
Meets
Hang
beats
on.
Huh?
What kind of save is that?
Dexterity.
I got a +0 on that. Okay, so that's still 14.
Okay, so it meets it beats it, you're fine. 14.
Still, that's gonna hurt.
Ooh. How many is it? It is 8, isn't it? Yeah. And because this is a bard spell, I'm throwing another fucking D6 in there. Fuck you.
Because you should.
Yes, and that is 36 damage halved. So that's going to be 18 damage to Dr. Daskalu. And everything nearby him will erupt in flames in this area as well. So if any of those are pyrotechnic, I'm just saying, poof, they're going up.
If they were good.
Who fucking gives a shit? And
No,
we go.
big boom. Love it. Love it.
then
Love
I'm going to determine my tail as my bonus action, and it fell to the floor, so I'll do another one.
it. Epic first turn. Like, just, yeah.
Yeah. Without
Love
even
it.
hesitation, she does that. And as a bonus action, oh, exciting! He needs to make me a wisdom saving throw. 14 again.
Okay. Add 14.
It's 14 again, yeah.
Now, Daskell is a lot, but he's not particularly wise, so he gets an 11.
Okay. He takes an additional 8 psychic damage, and he's incapacitated until the end of his next turn.
Love it.
And basically, with this one, what you kind of see happens is she throws the fireball out, it convulses on him, and I imagine he manages to push out of the way enough to get away from it. But as he's doing that, what he doesn't notice is behind him this ghostly, haunted figure, completely skinny, nothing left of it. Its face is taut, the mouth is hanging open, is waiting for him and bursts into him, connects with his mind. He flashes purple as he crumples to the floor, and the spirit kind of dissipates up into the air again.
That's so cool.
Perfect. That is such a good description. Thank you.
God, yeah, that was amazing.
And then she is fucking moving. He is moving behind this. He's getting behind the pews.
Daskalu skips his turn because you incapacitated him. Casario.
That's so cool.
Carla is going to take 8 temporary hit points
Thank you.
as the Channel Divinity electrifies her and emboldens her.
Hell yeah.
Then, okay. Casario's going to grin as she sees that happening because it was way fucking better than anything she could have imagined. And she really wants to make sure that he sees her grin. And she'll tilt her head a little bit as she notices he tries to move on his turn and he can't. And then I'm going to, she's going to feel the electricity in her fingers. She doesn't do this one often, but I'm gonna cast Guiding Bolt.
Cool.
Do I? Is it at advantage or if you're incapacitated?
It's after his turn, so he's no longer incapacitated as soon as that.
Yeah, no, it was just a temporary snap.
Okay.
So no.
All right. Yep. So yeah. Okay. I'm gonna cast Guiding Bolt, and I'm gonna cast it at second level.
Awesome.
16.
To hit? Hits.
Oh. Okay. That's 66. Ooh.
Oh shit.
Oh, shit is right, Daskelu. Don't fucking talk about Celisaria. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
Someone's angry.
Okay. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. That's 22 points of damage.
Love it.
And the next hit on him has advantage.
Cool.
For my movement, I will move here.
All right. So behind the other pew, I imagine?
No, just wherever I can be that I'm going to give Carla some cover.
Oh, okay. Fair enough. Carla is already having cover from sitting behind the pew. She's small, so if she kneels down, which I imagine she does, she basically has half cover.
Oh, I see. Okay. Okay, so I was here. I'm flying right now, actually, so I will use my movement to... I'm going to fly here and behind this for cover.
Sure. All right.
End of my turn.
John.
All right. Do you get temporary hit points from your thing as well?
12 temporary hit points.
Nice. All right. So can you describe to me the thing he's standing on? Is it something that would be
It's a
reasonable
podium,
to
and
assume he can jump up on?
You can, but then you also have to clamber over the railing.
Okay,
So you can, but that'll take you a lot of movement. You can,
So-
but
Rather than that, John, aka Escher, now that everyone knows, is going to pace forward slightly, staring daggers at Daskelu, and say, "Professor, it's time we dispense with the formalities," and cast Eldritch Blast at him in an attempt to rip him off the stage closer to 10 feet.
okay. So with the Grasp of Hadar.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah.
So that's going to be 2 Eldritch Blasts, one of which is at advantage. So I'm just going to roll the first one.
right?
Oh, 20 crit.
Hits, obviously.
Let's
Okay.
go.
Sorry if that
And-
was loud, y'all.
No, that's cool. And man, I keep not doing it. Can I in between shots, can I bonus action Hex Blade curse him?
Sure.
Okay, thank you. So Hex Blade shot, first one I'm just gonna say didn't get the Hex Blade curse because I didn't say it.
Yep.
Cool. And
That's fair.
that is gonna be one. Okay, this one. Cool. That's gonna be 3 damage, not 8. Damn. Okay. And
All right.
pull
What
him
about
10
crit,
feet closer.
isn't it?
Oh yeah. Too.
Yep.
Oh, so that's gonna be 13 then. So 10 plus 3. Thank you.
All right.
And then the second one gets a 4 plus 8, 12 to hit.
That misses.
Okay, cool. So I imagine the first John says that. He says, time to dispense with the formalities. And he raises up his hand, and a series of ethereal strings like form in the air, and almost as if they were already there, but they weren't visible before. And they're connecting with Daskalu. He grabs them and he yanks it, and he pulls 10 feet closer to him.
So he gets pulled 5 feet and then slams into the wooden railing.
Okay.
Takes 2 damage because of that, but he remains there.
Cool. All right, so he's a little bit disappointed that he didn't pull him off the stage, but at the same time, nah. How's our deal looking now, Daskalu? And that's his. He's going to. I think that's it. He's gonna stand there,
Right.
holding these strings.
And
You get
temporary
it.
hit points.
Ooh, thank you.
Carla is going to duck her head up from her spot, see him get knocked into this railing, and on one side he's on the railing, on the exact opposite side, cloud of daggers up on him.
On the other side of the railing?
So you know how he's on, like, if you can imagine, he's pushed into one side of the railing. At his back are the cloud of daggers, so if he tries to move away from that, he has to like climb over the railing basically to get to John if he wants to do that. Get away from them. So cloud of
Daskell
daggers.
looks at you and casts counterspell.
Bonus action. Then okay. God, I used only a second roll for that. Okay, for my bonus action then, I'm going to determine another tail. Figure out what we get. Okay, let's see. Where's my tails? Come on. Come on, you bastard.
That was evil.
Okay. How high up is the ceiling?
That's the one thing I didn't think of. I don't know. What's 20 feet?
20 feet. Okay. A teleport is going to form underneath Daskalu's feet. And the other portal is going to pair on the ceiling and he's going to crash down onto the floor.
On, like, at the same place? Or...
Yeah, right in the same place. He's gonna not at the same place.
Alright.
He's gonna go down onto the stone in front of John, like depositing in front of John, ready for him to get a smashing.
Is there anything he can do about that, or is it just teleporting and that's it?
That's my bardic inspiration. It's not even a spell. It's a teleport. Any creature that I see, up to 3 people, because that's my charisma modifier.
That's 20
so,
foot. He takes 6 points of damage for that. Alright.
and he's deposited at John's feet, right there,
He looks pretty bloody.
right here, in front of John. Give him a chance to smash him. Alrighty, I imagine what happens is she kind of fizzles up the cloud of daggers, she sends the dagger out, and he basically brushes it aside, so just angry, she opens up the portal, and it straight down.
Alright. Anything else?
She's going to start circling a little bit out towards this way.
Okay. That's it?
That's it. That's all I can do.
Something's not right. You're more prepared than this. You've always been.
Daskula gets up from, like, you know, the teleport that you've done, and he's looking bloodied. And he grins and he says, but of course, this is just the beginning. And he raises his arms wide, and he does a legendary action.
Oh, shit.
First off, he turns invisible. And as that happens, you hear 2 doors behind you open up. Casariel, you're pretty close to one of the doors. You hear a lot of moaning. You hear a lot of moaning coming from those doors.
Point of clarification, he's invisible, but I can still see him, right?
No.
But can you still feel him because of the...
He's not invisible. He's teleported.
Ah, okay.
Yeah, which is fair to share with you, because if he would have been invisible, you should have seen it. So yeah, he teleported.
Okay, so that's I was just wondering. Thank you.
Yeah, no, fair enough. No, yeah, good point of clarification. No, he teleported away. Casariel, your turn.
Carla, after your turn, take 10 temporary hit points. I am going to dash. I'm flying, mind you. I'm going to dash to the table where the potions are. Are the potions still there?
There's a lot of potions there.
Did they survive the fire?
Yes, all of them did.
Can I make it to the potions if I dash?
With the flying speeds,
30.
sure.
So it'd be 60. Okay. All right. Yeah, here I am. Oh, oops. Pretend like this looks way cooler.
I'm actually not going around, but over.
Okay, I'm flying. Okay. So I'm here. That was my action. My bonus action. I will cast Spiritual Weapon at the door on the left, just right outside of it.
Okay. Done.
Yeah, that's all I can do. Action, bonus action, movement.
Okay. John.
So as he disappears, he's going to sort of straighten up and just look at the other two and say, he seems to have vanished. He's here somewhere. He's going to look around, and seeing the 2 doors, he's going to sort of almost not moonwalk, but just like walk backwards until he can see through the door on the upper left. Is there any enemy visible on the line of sight of this?
Yes. As you look inside this door, you notice that there is a whole bunch of skeletons and zombies in here. They're shuffling slowly towards the door.
We could use another fireball right around now. And
Don't have another one.
pity.
And he's going to fire another 2 Eldritch Blasts at the 2 that just at the zombie in the front. The first one.
Cool.
This one.
Yep, go ahead.
Alrighty. That's going to be 2 of these. That's going to be 13 and 16. They're pretty high. So 21 and 24.
Those both hit.
Okay. So I don't think I'm going to pull them forward, but once again, he reaches forth and several shimmering strings appear that are connected to the zombie, and he just grabs them and squeezes, and force travels down. So let's go ahead and roll damage.
Okay. So you pull them towards you, I imagine?
No, I'm not going to pull him towards me this time. He's just going to squeeze and constrict. And that is a total of between 2 shots, 13. So 9 plus 4.
13 damage.
Yes.
All right. Noted. The zombie loses an arm.
He squeezes and like twists, and one of his arms like detaches.
Okay.
You've got a lot to deal with, and that's my turn.
All right, Carla.
Carla is going to fling a cloud of daggers just outside this door. So anything that moves through it will take 17 points of damage anytime it walks through that door. Anything that comes through it. And then she. What's she gonna do? She is going to
That's so cool.
rush up
There we go.
to the potions, I think. Oh no, there's the stairs there. So she's going to actually dart down towards the table here with potions and have a look
Okay.
through those.
Having a look through them is an action, so you will have to do that
Yeah,
on your next turn.
Yeah, but that's what she's getting prepared to do.
All right,
Cool.
awesome.
11 temporary hit points.
Thank you.
I'm just vibing to this music.
Out from both of the chambers, skeletons and zombies start to arrive. One skeleton walks through your cloud of daggers as well as a zombie. Another skeleton hits them. What was the damage on that?
17?
17?
17, yeah.
All right.
It's 4 D4.
The skeletons perish. The one zombie stays, well, alive.
Does it move out of its range or does it stay within it?
Within it.
Okay. Because it's one for entering and one for leaving.
Yeah. No, the zombie itself can't move further than that.
Okay.
Okay. On the other side, you notice that the zombie moves past the spiritual weapon. The skeleton moves there. Another zombie emerges. Another skeleton is ready to emerge. At the podium, Daskalu reappears at the base of this podium. And he looks at Casariel angrily. And he says, "You are not interfering with what I have started here. I have brought you here to end it, not for you to end me." And he casts Blight on you. I need a Constitution saving throw from you.
$11.
That is not enough. I'm going to need 8 dice for this.
Sean regains control for a moment. Casariel, no! And then back.
Can I check something? Casariel, you take 48 points of necrotic damage.
Jesus.
Okay.
Are you still up?
Yep.
Oh,
You are resistant to necrotic, right?
I am.
I thought that was the reason you were still up.
I do. It's not, but thank God. Hold on, let me heal for 48 again. Hold on. Okay. Okay.
So it should only be half damage for you then.
So what is that? 24?
24.
24.
Yeah.
Okay.
24, yeah.
Oh my god.
She just
Almighty.
gets pelted. I mean, the beautiful facade that is Casariel is just ravaged. She's still alive.
He looks at you, and A look of anger is over his face as he is like bloodied, and he's feeling that this isn't going too well for him. He looks at you. He looks at the table. He looks at you again. He looks at the table again, and he says, I am not giving up. I am not giving up. And he rushes for the table. As he does, he grabs 2 bottles from the table. And he puts them to his mouth, and he drinks both of them completely.
Which 2 bottles is it? The red ones?
No, on the table, he's taking the orange and the white one that are on the table right now.
Kind of has to get closer to her to do that, doesn't he?
Hmm?
Does he get closer to her to do that?
He ran towards the table. Which, by the way, good point. The stairs of the podium over here is on fire. So he does also take... is there a standard for fire damage?
With the... I mean, I can roll like a D...
yeah, roll me a D8. Let's see what that is.
Ooh. 7.
7. All right, then we'll establish anyone in the fire takes 7 every round.
Okay.
So that's 7 for him. Castalia, it's your turn. You take 7 points of fire damage.
She's hovering above. She's flying.
Well, I flew over here. I didn't take it when I first came in, but I'll take it now. I mean,
Okay.
I'll take it now. That's fair. I actually didn't realize it was on fire, but it's okay. I'm already here.
There's only a visual of like fucking fire going on.
You're right. 100%. That's on me. That's on me. Okay, so he takes the purple and the yellow bottles.
Orange and the white.
As a matter of fact, the orange and the white, the polar opposite too.
Okay, I'm sorry. I'm nervous. Okay, shake it off. It's fine.
You should be.
What does he look? She's watching him when he does it. So what happens to him when he does it?
He chucks these bottles, and like he's basically in the process of doing so as it is your turn, because these are 2 very big bottles.
Okay.
Blood out of his hands.
Oh, he hasn't drank it yet.
He's busy drinking.
He's in the process of drinking it. It's like if you're drinking a really large bottle of wine and you're halfway through when someone comes up to you.
That's pretty accurate, yes.
Okay. I'm gonna fly towards him.
Yeah.
I'm gonna smack them out of his hands.
How are you going to do that?
So he's drinking like this.
He
Casario will
has
go.
both of the corners of his mouth, like just.
Casario gonna take her hands and go in between his and just out, so that he.
All right. That is an opposing strength check.
Yeah.
All right, let's do it.
Bring it. Okay.
She doesn't have strength.
No, I know.
Hopefully neither
This
does
is
he.
dumb.
It's gonna be a 1 versus a
Okay.
2. You watch.
Okay. What you got, Dasgaloo? What you got?
So I got a 12 minus 1, so an 11.
Okay. Wait. So okay. Sorry. It's not a saving throw. So I just do my whatever I roll
normal
is
strength.
my roll. Okay.
Minus strength, yeah.
Yeah,
I
so
got
if you
a
have a
15.
minus on that, which I think you do. Right?
-1. I got
Yeah, so minus
16 minus 1. 15.
You got it. You push the potion bottles out of his hand, and they crash on the floor. They break.
Okay,
Okay, that was my action. My movement.
Bonus action. It's worked well.
No, I know, but okay. It's not all of my movement, right? I did it. I moved. It's my action. If I move away, that's going to be an opportunity attack. Okay. Yeah. Yep.
It can all be melee.
From a melee
Melee.
attack from a wizard.
Unless he has a
like this.
warcaster.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Okay.
Yeah, good question.
All right. Yeah. So she breaks it, and she's going to just tilt her head, and I imagine they're like eye to eye, and she's just gonna grin again. If I knew anything in German that was offensive, I would fucking love to say it right now because that'd be so badass, but I don't know a damn thing. So she's just gonna grin, and then she's not even gonna look at the spiritual weapon. She's gonna reach out her hand. She's gonna reach out her hand and swipe with her hand, and the spiritual weapon's gonna take a hit on the guy to the south.
The zombie. Yeah.
Yeah, that's zombie too. Okay.
Alright, go ahead.
Okay, that's 14 plus 7. 21 to hit.
That hits.
Okay. That is a 7 damage.
The zombie is bloodied.
All right. Gonna stand her ground. They're both standing in fire, by the way. This is like...
It's not good. Yeah.
Oh, okay. Oh, okay. Yes. Right.
John.
But...
Oh, yeah.
I'm sorry, just my temporary
Hit points, yeah.
Yes.
The crackling field around me, you see lightning just infuse inside her, and she kind of just like cracks her neck. Invigorated again. Bring it on, Danse.
John.
He's gonna look over at Carla and look over at the zombie and goes, she has that taken care of. And he's going to almost, once again, lithely walk to the base of the stairs, almost as if he's being carried on strings. And looking forth to the doctor. Yeah. I think he's just going to do a couple of more Eldritch Blasts. He's going to re-grab out at the strings. Say, oh, doctor, I thought we weren't finished having our conversation.
Awesome. Go.
And okay, I got a crit and a 11. No, 10. So I rolled a 2 and a 20.
Yeah, the crit hits, the other one doesn't.
Okay, I'll take it. So then this is going to be plus the Hexblade Curse as well as the 10. So that's going to be 7 plus 13. 20.
20.
So yeah, he grabs out and tightens on the strings again, but he's in fire, so he's not going to pull it. He's just going to tighten.
That's gonna almost visibly is like getting older or something. Like he's bleeding and he's not looking good.
And he's going to look up and goes, Casariel, if you would do us all a favor and relieve the good doctor.
So Casariel just swiped her spiritual weapon. She gave herself temporary hit points. John does that, and she reaches her hand out, and he also gets temporary hit points, like 11 and fucking Stranger Things.
Oh my God.
She's floating. Don't fuck with Casariel's mom.
So how many temporary hit points? 'Cause I already have 10.
Yeah, it's only 9, so
Okay,
nothing.
So nothing happens.
Yeah, keep it 10. Yeah.
Me. Wow,
Carla.
me. Yeah. Okay. That's interesting. I'm gonna keep the cloud of daggers there. I'm not gonna cast any other concentration spells. I'm gonna start rooting around for something interesting on these tables. Any potions?
Give me an investigation check.
19.
Most of the bottles on here are unlabeled, but some of them are glowing. The one bottle that is labeled just says aqua.
I only have a bonus action left, and I don't have any bonus actions left, so... Fuck it, I'm moving! I'm gonna see the kind of zombies and stuff like that coming out, and I'm going to, like, go... No, and get closer towards... There, so that was 1, 2, 3, 4... Yeah, that's about as much as I can do. And I'm gonna try and get hair.
Okay. The zombies that are trying to pour out, one of them exits the cloud of daggers, taking how much?
Take 17.
17. It is gone. It is chopped up liver. 2 more zombies emerge. One of them...
So they go into it, and if they come out of it, they get that twice again.
Yeah, they both go into it. So that's 13, right? As you said.
17.
Oh, 17. I'm sorry.
17 in,
Alright.
and then the second they move out, they get it again. So if they're trying to pass through it, it's enter and exit.
Got it. They're both still in it, so they both take a massive hit, but they're still stuck.
Yeah.
On the other side, the 4 that are standing around the spiritual weapon are moving towards the spiritual weapons don't get an opportunity attack.
No.
So they are Daskalu. Bloodied, beaten, hurt, but still standing. Looks at Casario and says, "You're going down with me. I'm going down." And he casts Tasha's Caustic Brew at 5th level. I need a dexterity saving throw.
Oh my god. There's any time to get a natural 20.
This is the one.
It's not a natural 20, but it's a fucking 19 plus 2, 21.
That is good. You miss. Carla!
Oh no.
It's
know.
a line, so you need to take it too.
Oh
What's your dex?
no. Oh my god, I just
What's the
imagine
saving
because
throw?
Phil goes like Neo.
Dodge it.
Dodges it.
Is it
But
a saving throw?
unfortunately-
Dex saving
Dexterity
throw?
saving throw. Yeah.
Okay. You're not gonna believe me.
How much?
Natural 20. Come
Natural 20 for 27.
on.
Oh.
Go. Let's go.
It misses you too.
Grania dice! The Grania dice!
The Grani dice are clutch.
When I need you most, you are there.
Daskalu looks at you angrily, but a very small hint of realization is starting to show on his face as his one very powerful spell completely misses not one but two. Casario, your turn.
Was that just someone's turn? Was that your turn, Carla? Was that his turn?
I had
That
my
was-
turn, he had
that
his,
was
now it's yours
Daskalu's-
again.
Yeah, that was Daskalu.
Okay.
And now it's you.
Well, I don't want to give him any temporary hit points. Okay.
You can if you want to.
He would very much
I
appreciate
would
it.
actually be very happy with it at this moment.
He just said,
Him eat shit.
"You're going down with me," and it was like a good like few seconds where they were just facing off. He tosses acid at her. She ducks it. She comes back, and around her, she watches as a full moon expands into a full moon and 2 crescent moons, and then 2 more crescent moons, and 2 more crescent moons in a circle around her. I'm gonna cast Spirit Guardians. So they're gonna flit in a circle around me. And I'm gonna read it because I'm not 100% sure. Okay. I call forth spirits to protect me. They flit around me to a distance of 15 feet for the duration. When I cast this spell, I designate any number of creatures to be unaffected, so obviously my 2 companions
Yourself.
are unaffected. An affected creature's speed is halved in the area, and when it enters the area for the first time on its turn or starts its turn there, it must make a wisdom saving throw. On a failed save, the creature takes 3d8 radiant damage. On a save, it takes half that much. So it's the start of your turn.
And how much did it take, you said?
3d8.
That is pretty hefty. All right. And that's it's like centered on you or something, or
Yeah, it's in 15 feet around me.
there you go. Wisdom saving throw. You
I
said,
love
right?
this. There's so many things going
Yes,
on.
but on the start of your turn. The start of
Right.
your turn, so.
Oh, that's true. You do take
Yeah,
7 points
you're
of
okay
fire
for now.
damage.
Okay.
Did he take 7 points from him?
I did.
Okay. Just in case. Just in case.
So that happens.
Carla on
and
top
then,
of things. Yeah.
We need this
and then
stuff.
again, the crackling energy comes down. Lightning infuses her. It comes out through her eyes. She takes her temporary hit points and she just stands there.
Okay.
Legendary action.
Is that it?
I
Just killed him.
Oh, no, I'm sorry. Bonus action. I'm going to move my spiritual weapon.
Yep. 15 feet.
Nice.
Well,
Where's
I
it
can't
fit?
move
Is
it.
it 20? I believe it's 15 for a spiritual weapon.
Oh, well,
Let me quickly check.
regardless,
let's
I
see,
think
it
15 will
is-
get it to where it needs to go.
It's 28 feet.
20
But
feet,
I
go
only need
ahead.
to move it 15 because I'm just going to move it in a straight line ahead of me. And I'm going to
Yep.
swing it at this
Skeleton.
this guy here. Yeah. Okay. Oop, that's a 17 plus 7. And the damage.
That hits.
8 plus 4. 12 points of damage.
You obliterate it just by one swipe. It just like explodes into a bag of bones. It's gone.
Okay. That's it.
Lovely. All right.
Casario looks bloodied, by the way.
Yeah, I can imagine.
Yeah, she got blighted, so like her clothes, I imagine, are even just like kind of withered and like eroded away. Her hair is just is bloodied and black everywhere.
John.
Did you not kill him?
So, thought she was going to end it in that one, but I guess I can do the dirty work. And he's going to lift up his hand, and you see this almost radiant energy, but there's something off about it. It's got a little bit of a greenish tinge. He goes, "Doctor, I believe you're familiar with this one, and I want to show you my progress thanks to your lessons." And he casts Chill Touch, and a skeletal hand emanates forth and grips across the back of Dr. Dasklow's neck, or attempts to grip across the back.
What's my save?
Oh, it's not a save, it's an attack roll.
Okay.
It is 22 to hit.
That definitely hits.
And the fingers, they don't sink in or like claw. They just almost like touch so delicately on the back of his neck and just grip there and then siphon. And that's going to be 2d8.
Yep.
And I got a 1 and a 7, so that's 8.
All right.
All right, and he can no longer. So, as Chill Touch, he can't regain hit points until the start of my next turn, and the hand clings to him until then.
Correct.
If it is an undead target, which I don't think he is, something, and that's it.
Is he? Is he?
He's not an undead.
So he's like, "There'll be no funny business, Doctor."
All right.
Oh.
Carla.
Me!
12 temporary hit points.
Yes.
Oh, 12?
Mm-hmm.
That does up me.
It's okay. It's not concentration. That's fine. I'll have to get in there though. That's the issue. Okay. Oh, there's so much that has just been fucked up.
This is the most epic battle we've had so far. It's insane.
Mhm.
So much going on. Like, holy shit, it's so hard to keep track of.
I know. Sorry.
Mommy issues?
But you're doing amazing.
Mommy issues?
You're doing amazing. Yeah.
Carla's going to use her movement to get. If I can. Why am I colliding with a wall? Okay, there we are. Is that can she see over the podium with that? Like, is she able to actually see him?
Barely, but yes, it's not that high. But yeah, if you do like a little hop, you can see it.
Okay. Getting sort of a view. She's going to toss her dagger at him.
If you're gonna toss a dagger, you're gonna have to do that mid-jump. I will allow you to do that, but that is definitely a disadvantage.
I'll take it. If it works, it works, but I'm mostly just doing this so I can keep up my concentration spells.
Sure, go ahead.
Okay, disadvantage. I'm throwing Casimir's dusk dagger at him.
Okay.
Okay, so that's gonna be an 8 to hit.
No,
8?
you miss.
Okay, well the dagger clashers there, I suppose. I'm gonna just tuck a tiny bit more closer to the pillar, so I've got a little bit of cover with those Zambos coming closer. And yeah, I mean my cloud of daggers is still up.
Yep. The cloud of daggers just erases both of these zombies because I know that they're gonna move. They're gonna try to move out of it, and it's just gone.
Does anything else come out of it?
It doesn't seem like it.
Then as soon as that happens, then she's gonna let it dissipate. And that's gonna stop.
The other zombies and skeleton over here do move towards you. And they will all try to touch you. In a very inappropriate way.
Is there partial cover for like half of them?
No, because you're not like ducked away. No, sorry.
Bastard. Okay, great.
The skeleton will try to hit you with an 18.
Well, sure does hit.
That's 5 piercing damage.
Okay.
The zombies both make 3 attacks against you. And I'm gonna roll for 6 total, but I'm gonna roll consecutive. That's a 1, so that misses. That's a 9, so that misses, I guess.
Misses.
Yep. So that's 4 of them. And the last 2 is, of course, a crit, because that's how it usually goes. So they crit on their claw attack, not on their bite attack.
Okay.
That's 2
Okay.
claw attacks for 4 slashing damage each, so that's 8 total.
Okay. That's reasonable. Okay. Fabulous. End it.
Daskalu looks at Casariel and says, bloodied as he is and like with trembling hands, "You do not win." And the trembling is starting to take over all of his body, as if his body is just giving in. Like he is so close to death. You'd say, the way he's standing there. You see the fire licking at its feet as he takes 7 points of fire damage. And I believe I need to make a saving throw now.
Yes, please. Wisdom.
How much?
15.
What happens if I fail?
You fail. You take
Well, what happens
3d8 radiant damage, which I will roll now.
Well, go ahead.
Should I roll that? Well, I
Yes.
guess I need to roll it either way. That's 16 points of damage.
Okay. What happens?
He says, "You do not win." And Casariel just grins because she knows what's happening next. These crescent moon phases that are circling around her have been slowly inching in behind him. He hasn't seen it coming. And as they do, they just shred through him. And the radiant light from the moons kind of just like burst up. And I imagine he's so evil that as the radiant damage touches him, the green that kind of just oozes out of him turns white. And it just drops him immediately.
Love it. He indeed did not see this coming towards him. And as he tries to get to his feet for one final massive spell against you, and trust me, he had one up his sleeve, it's just too much for him. And indeed, he collapses to the floor, being hit by all these crescent moons. He just does a little as he stands up straight and just falls to the floor. The sad, miserable pile of flesh that he is. The battle is not over, but Daskalu is down. Casaria, it's your turn.
Carla, you took 8 temporary hit points, by the way, on your last turn.
Casaria, it's your turn. You do take 7 points of fire damage as the fire burns out.
Okay. As he crumples to the ground, just before he breathes his last breath, Casario's gonna kneel down and she's gonna grab his shirt and she's gonna pull him really close to her face.
Oh god. Yeah.
She's going to say, "You son of a bitch. I hope you rot in the deepest level of hell." And just toss him back down. Then she's still looking at him. Her hand's gonna reach out and make another swipe with that spiritual weapon, which kind of flies towards the closest zombie directly down. It's gonna make a swipe.
Okay.
That's a 11.
That does hit.
Okay. That's 10 points of damage.
It kills it.
Okay. Okay. So as the moon phases are swirling around me, I'll stand back up, and I'm just going to, I'm gonna come here. I'm floating still. I'll lower myself right back down. Right here. And just look between the two zombies.
Like over there? Like over there, or?
Oh no, I'll just, so the podium is up. She's still kind of like flying after she stands back up from Daskaloo. She's just gonna move forward here. I don't know how many feet that would be, but it didn't go. I see.
No.
So she's hold on. This railing, but she goes over the railing and just down that way. So
that's like 5. So that's fine. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. And I'm gonna end my turn there.
All right. John.
So John sees what just happened, and Escher sees what just happened, and he sees that she
Also,
goes over.
Sorry for a quick in between, like the purple shit that's going on the podium. Is that still like there?
It's happening for us, yeah. It's in the same place.
Asking Casario, is that like maintained?
My channel divinity lasts for 10 rounds. We're on round 5.
I think he's talking about spirit guardians also.
Oh yes.
Yeah, no, but like if that's there,
it
then
lasts for 1 minute. Yep.
Yeah, fine. All right.
Yeah, it follows me. Actually, it's around me, which is why I moved.
Oh,
so
okay.
they just stay around me. It's kind of like Cloud of Daggers, but it's around me.
There you go.
Yeah.
So John / Escher sees her, flit over the railing, and he sees there's the two of those creatures, the broken toys, are there, and they seem to have this handled. He's going to stalk over to the doctor's body and just clasping his arms behind him, stare down and say, "I thought he was so great. You were great."
Everyone's spitting on him. Holy shit.
Oh no. He's gonna say, you were great. We could have done something amazing. And he's just going to sort of ponder the corpse. Ponder Daskaloo. Sorry. I'm sorry. It's Escher is our last respects to what someone he did respect, essentially.
Fair enough.
And then he'll look back to see how they do.
All right, that's the end of your turn.
I'm sorry.
11 temporary hit points.
As you reach the top of the round, both the zombie and the skeleton just slouch to the ground, as if the power, the magic that was in the air suddenly dissipated, as if their master is dead or something.
And it's over. Daskaloo John standing there, arms clasped behind his back, nods and says, "He performed admirably."
Carla is going to scamper forward and kind of like grab Casariel's hands and cast Cure Wounds at 2nd level. So you're going to get 13 hit points back.
Thank you. As she grabs, Casariel's kind of gone like Dark Phoenix. You know what I mean? Like so as Carla grabs her hand, she like almost seems as though like the moon's flare around both of them, and then they just sort of fade. She comes kind of like back to herself. Thank you, Carla.
Thank you. Saved us.
We all saved us.
He's gone.
Carla Casariel, as you are proverbially licking your wounds, and John, as you are looking over Daskaloo's body, saying, could have done so much more. John, roll me a perception check.
Interesting. Okay.
I'm gonna go ahead and still roll this temporary hit points.
That is going to be an 8.
You do not notice the fact that his body is still twitching.
Yeah, so he's
But what you
standing.
do-
Oh, okay, go ahead.
Yeah, go ahead.
I was gonna say he's standing over him, and again, it's not so much like a derisive like sneer. It's more of a, we could have done something great. Shame.
What a nice choice of words, John. Great. Because even though you don't notice the twitching, what you do notice is that all of a sudden, his body starts to grow and grow and grow and grow until it decides to stand up.
Can I back away so I'm not
John?
like inside this thing?
No, you can't.
Okay.
John, in front of you stands something that definitely does not resemble Dr. Daskalu, but it definitely resembles something. A grotesque monster
Oh, that's cool.
with the twisted face of Dr. Daskalu looks at you and screams in anger at you as it goes into attack. We'll keep turn follows. Top of the round. Carla.
Imagine she's like clutching Casariel by the hands and then looks over and sees this horrific creature rise. And behind him, she casts Cloud of Daggers, 3rd level.
All right. Over here.
And yeah, just behind him. Yeah.
Cool.
Moment there. So that's. I have to reroll, I couldn't remember. Five, 13. Top of that is 17 plus 24 points of slashing damage rain down on him as she sees him, and it appears sort of automatically. And I am going to throw in an extra d6 for another 5, so that's 29 in total. And the 5 of it is force damage from bardic bullshit.
And the rest is slashing, right?
There is slashing, yeah.
Arch it.
They rip into whatever that is, what is standing there, and even though blood and like pieces of flesh are flying around, you have no clue whether or not that even did something.
Yeah.
Point of clarification, I gave myself the 8 hit points back from the Hexblade's Curse. Should I revert that?
Yes.
Okay.
No, feel free to keep it.
Okay. I was actually hoping you said yes so I could keep it on him. This works.
Daskalu grabs a leg from the table and breaks it off, and he would like to rage. It seems that he's changed classes now that he's bigger.
Oh, God.
So everything is path.
He swings a maul at you, John, and tries to crash it down on you.
I have nothing left.
There's an 18 hit.
Cast shield. So no.
It hits your shield.
Yeah.
Lucky you.
I know. I'm very scared of this guy. I may not show it, but I'm very scared.
Other than that, he is just yelling at you. If he starts and ends a turn in here, he doesn't take damage, right? Carla, or does he?
It's
Can you read it out for us?
Only it's
I'll
only
read it
entering
out.
and leaving, right?
I think I no, like it's at the start of every. But I think it's my turn, not his. Let me double check.
Yeah, fair enough. Yeah, so you took. Okay, so you will take another one at the next turn.
When it enters the spell's area for the first time, and when it starts its turn there, so yes, he will take a second round of 24, because it's the slashing only now.
Yep. Casario.
Are my spirit guardians still up?
Did you dispel them, or?
I did say that they dissipated, so that's
Yep.
fair. That's fair. Okay, so Casariel is watching Carla's eyes after saying thank you. And she can see the horror. She kind of like watches Carla's eyes follow this creature as it like grows behind her. And Casariel closes her eyes and turns to see what it is. When she does, she's going to take out the icon of Ravenloft.
Oh,
hold it
God.
aloft.
Yes.
She's going to turn undead. It's going to radiate through her arm, and burst of energy hits this thing. And I will please need a wisdom saving throw.
How much?
17.
He makes that.
Okay. Okay. I don't think anything
Can I just
happens.
say, I prepared for a lot of things. I totally forgot you got the icon of Ravenloft. That is so cool.
How many times can you use it a day?
I can use it. Okay. All right. It does nothing. I think if it succeeds. So that was my action. For my bonus action, I will move my spiritual weapon exactly 20 feet, and I'm gonna take a swing with it.
You can. Go ahead.
Natural 20.
Okay.
Okay. That's 8, 12. Do I double the plus
Crunchy
damage?
crits, yes.
Okay. What's 8 times 4?
So you take
32?
if max, and then you take whatever.
Max,
roll.
whatever the roll
Correct.
was, yeah.
Yeah. So that's 8 plus
And then plus whatever it normally would have been. Your roll plus the whatever.
plus 4.
So it's 12. All right.
Okay, but I don't do plus 4 twice, right? Just once.
No, just once.
Right.
Okay. 12 points of damage.
Beautiful. All right. It hacks into him.
Mm-hmm.
All right. John.
All right, and point of clarification, I think you already probably know this, but just saying, the weapon is considered magical for the purposes of damage.
What, your weapon? Of course it is.
Okay. Well, just because, actually not because of the weapon, but because of the improved weapon, whatever. Anyway, sorry,
Yeah,
I'm
I
nervous.
figured as much. Go ahead.
I don't know what
You
you're
should
talking
be.
about. I don't know what you're talking about. All right, so Escher, standing over this corpse, says his words, says, you know, we could have done something great. And then it starts growing, and he just sort of impassively looks at it and goes, "You did succeed. How marvelous." And then as it hits him, some of the strings actually are what blocks it as the shield. He sighs and he pulls up his weapon and he just does like an uppercut to the thing and he tries to hit it.
All right. Go ahead.
All right. So was he attacking recklessly or no? Or...
He wasn't yet.
Okay.
You only entered his rage, right?
Yes, I needed this. 20.
God.
I needed that. So I got a crit. Okay. Sorry. Let me compose myself. This is harrowing. All right. So
When the DM captivates his players. Let's go.
Yep. All right. This is not helping. I have this whole like quick reference list, but we're just gonna say so. Crit is. I'm also dumping my last spell slot into a smite on this, so I have no more shields after this. Just helping you out.
Okay.
Yep. All right. That's gonna be 2d8 plus 2d6 has 12 plus 16 plus 15. So 12 plus 16 is gonna be 28 plus another 15, and then I have to roll. So 28, that's 33, 3, 43 damage is the add. And now I'm gonna roll.
All right, go ahead.
Oh, that's bad. I got
All ones.
2 2s, a 1, and a 4. So 43 plus 5 plus, so 43 plus 9, 52 damage.
Right.
16.
Brutal.
22 of it is radiant. I don't know if that has any impact.
You hit him with tremendous force, and he's unfazed by it. It looks like he did get hurt a bit, but as to how much, that just eludes you.
He's gonna look over at Kasarla and Carla and goes,
I believe we have a problem.
backpedal. It's like, he'll say that. I'll believe you have a problem. Or I believe you have a problem, I should say. And then his eyes turn back to John. Like,
All right.
he pieces out.
Carla.
Wait, I was gonna backpedal away. Can I take my movement and basically run down the stairs?
You can, but that isn't an attack of opportunity.
Yep, I'm cool with that.
All right.
7 temporary hit points.
He will hit you with a. Well, I think he will hit you with a 22.
Oh, he hits me. Yeah. No shield would have saved me from that.
His maul flies at you for 34 points of bludgeoning damage.
Yeah, that's a good one.
He basically slams you back to, like, you know,
Yeah,
to
so
where you are. You didn't
I started
backpedal. He slams you.
So yeah, actually, yeah, retconning, he goes, you have a problem. And then his eyes turn back into John. It's like, they're like, what the hell's going on? Bam! And John is looking pretty bloody at the bottom of these stairs.
Remember the health potions?
Sure. Carla.
Angering the beast doesn't seem like a good idea, I'm going to be honest. Alright, fuck it.
Is he undead? Sorry, I didn't mean to. It's relevant.
Start of your turn. How much was it again from the Cloud of Daggers?
Oh, yes, that's 24.
Right.
Okay, I'm going to clamber over the railing to get next to him. I'll take all of my movement for that if I have to.
Yep. Yeah, no, I'll allow you. I'm just looking at the Cloud of Daggers, but you should be fine. Yep.
Oh, yep, okay. And I'm going to... I think you're actually just out of range, thankfully, but I'm going to Thunder Wave this motherfucker.
Okay.
Okay. So give me a Constitution 14 saving throw.
Where's my dice? There it is. I fail.
You fail. Awesome. You're going to take 15 points of thunder damage.
And be pushed back, but I can't. No, well, a little bit, but...
Yeah, you're pushed back 10 feet as much as possible, and if you want a bludgeoning from him going into the wall, I'd absolutely take that. But yeah, I would do that, and then because Can I say that clambering over that took half my speed, or are you going to rule it as it took all of it?
It's too high for you, so that's going to be all your speed.
Okay, then I'll stay put and hope he doesn't care.
Okay.
I don't mean to interject. I'm sorry about this. Is my bad. Is he undead?
I'm not going to tell you.
Well, because my smite actually did have an extra D8 if he's undead.
Oh, in that case, no.
Okay, cool. So,
He's not?
No, he's not.
Okay, no, that's
I'll
good
do
because...
next turn. I'll do next turn. Okay.
Okay. Sorry, I didn't mean to that was slow, but anyway. Thank you.
Okay, no, don't worry.
9 temporary hit points, Carla.
Thank you. Gonna need them.
Carla,
Yeah.
what happens?
Really?
He's not that terrible.
Oh, thank God.
I was like, I'm either going to get knocked out or I'm going to be able to charm in one or the other. Okay.
What happens?
So I imagine what happens is she kind of like clambers up over the railing like a last desperate attempt to get over, and she pulls out her bagpipes, looks him dead in the eyes, and lets out the most mighty of like war cries, the few war cries that she knows on the bagpipes. Usually she knows funeral songs. And it tremors through him, and I imagine what it does is, while it's pushing him back, it slices him through the blade of, like, the cloud of daggers just a little bit more on the edges, tearing out, like, a chunk of him until he slumps over onto the wall, splattered of blood.
And as he reverts back to his original old self, he is now very definitely completely dead. Holy shit, you guys put out so much damage. Dr. Daskalu is finally no more.
As soon as he is on the floor, Carla's going over him, she's taking one boot, she's fucking stomping on his head. She's crushing his brains.
I'm sorry, I just want to clarify. You popped up over this thing, looked, staring this hulking creature in the eye, and pull out my bagpipes.
I'm a bard, baby! I know you forget it often because I do rogue shit, but I am a bard.
That's so cool.
I know you're Irish, but that was the most Scottish thing you could ever do. Like that's
Of course, one in the bag.
Independence, baby.
Oh god.
Yeah, I'm gonna stamp the shit out of his brains the second we're out of combat.
That's fine.
John's like dazed on the
Bullshit,
floor.
motherfucker.
What the hell's happening?
So most of the podium is singed by the fire, burnt by the fire, but the table is still relatively intact.
Even after you took the leg out of it?
Hmm?
Even after you took the leg out of it?
Well, the table has slumped down, but the table was still relatively intact. The bottles, however, that were on the table have all fallen down. The orange and the white one have been broken as he tried to drink that to a moderate success. And trust me that you should be very happy that you slapped those bottles out of his hand. This could have been so much worse. On the ground, there are a couple of bottles, but 3 of them, Carla, you recognize.
Yeah?
These look familiar.
Yeah?
The bottles that lie on the ground have a very familiar tint to them. They glow. These are most definitely 3 potions of level up. The ones that...
I believe they're called gilded flasks.
Absolutely.
Are called gilded flasks.
Potions of level
These
up,
are 3...
my favorite.
Yeah. These are 3 gilded flasks.
Oh,
and they will grant the one that imbibes it a permanent level up rather than temporary.
She'll scoop them up, start tossing them out to the other 2, and say, drink the fuck up. Drink to the fact that we fucking lived through that. Now! She'll declare it. She'll yell at them to do it. And she'll uncork it and she'll start. Sorry.
If you do, all 3 of you will gain your level up and you go to level 7. Congratulations on that. And of course, apply your stats and your choices and whatnot for the next episode.
John's going to get up and brush
Carla.
himself off. Okay.
As you're stomping on his body, just in anger,
Freaking as I'm doing it, like the pure Scotsman energy that I've been imbibing. Yeah.
you notice something falls out of his pocket.
What is it?
It's
I'm
a
absolutely picking it up.
key. The key looks like it's made of gold. It looks very expensive.
Treasure? Possible treasure? She'll tuck that away. Tuck that away to her pocket.
Is Escher back? And do I see the dark? Casariel stomps over to him and grabs him by John by the chest plate and pulls him in. Where the fuck is my mother? Don't fuck with me. Where the fuck is she? I know you know where she is.
In time, darling, in time. patience.
I don't have any patience for time. I am
Something-
done with your bullshit. Where the fuck is my mother?
Let's just say she's busy.
Allow me to retcon this one.
Okay.
If you do it with this much fervor after what happened here, Asher will say, perhaps we should lift a glass of wine to this.
Perhaps we should discuss this in a more congenial setting.
I'm all out of congeniality. As it happens.
Why don't we talk face to face? Not through your friend. Would you like to come?
Should I be seeking out?
Well, mine, of course. Would you like to come say hello? I'd love to meet you in person.
Going to let go of the breastplate. Try to calm herself and just stare because she's through. with
I
these
want to
fucking-
be perfectly clear. You've done something amazing here today, of course with my help. But the good doctor has been somewhat busy in his time here as well. And as you can see, he has been very successful. And the fact that you've bested him, oh, that's not something to take lightly. Congratulations. You're doing well here in the lands of Barovia.
Not interested in your praise. I'm not interested in you at all. Where is my fucking mother?
As he's looking at you, he's going to as you've been talking, he's going to start walking up the stairs towards Dasklo's body again, and
I cast command.
Wow, okay.
Freeze.
all right,
I'll allow that if John allows it.
yeah. And that is a what, wisdom saving throw or what?
Yes, whiz.
All right. And I got an 8. So
Impatience is one of your less graceful virtues, darling.
Be quiet. I'm gonna walk up these stairs around it as they are completely frozen. I'm done hearing your voice. If you want to see me face to face, let us do it then and be done with it. Where do I find you?
can I tell her?
You all retreat and let John have a way.
Oh, well, first, I want to have
Allow me to do something that's going to benefit you and your lot in just a moment, and then we can talk.
You mean you want me to let you move? Do you want me to allow
well,
you?
command
to
only
move?
stops me for
Because
6
you can't
seconds, I believe,
now.
right? Command only
Correct.
stops me for a turn. So he froze when you said that, and then he reaches down to Dasklo's corpse and holds up one of his eyes and says,
Don't let John damage this. It might come in handy.
and for point of clarification, can I use this eventually?
Yes, you
as a-
can.
Awesome. As a spell
That
component.
is so cool, and I will note that. Yeah.
So don't let him bumble this up. He and you might need this in the future.
And he pockets it. And then
Noted.
eyes,
That's cool.
his eyes turn back to John. And so you said Escher retreats at that? At that?
Yeah.
Okay. I missed all the good parts. Damn. He's gonna look around. There's a large pool of blood under a very small Dasklu, right?
Yeah.
Casario, what happened? I remember most of it, but you're asking. Can John have had glimpses of information, or do we not know this information yet?
No, I will agree that he's had glimpses.
Okay. In the same way that Carla earlier saw the silver dragon through his eyes, I've seen images, people standing around. I don't know what it means, but when I'm taken away, I've seen something about a silver dragon, and Do you think he might be involved with the
Are you-
we saw?
Just making sure, like the images that you're referring to, are that the dragon that you saw in the room?
That Carla saw.
I would have seen.
Yeah.
It's not a silver dragon.
Oh, I thought you said okay. I thought you said it was a silver.
It's a dragon.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that's a very important detail.
All right. Something to do with a dragon, and are there any other details that he may have gleaned?
No,
Okay.
Just an image of a dragon.
Sorry, Casariel, I don't know much more than that. He sticks his hand in his pocket. Oh, what the? Why do I? Why do I have this?
Keep it. By the way, John, come here.
Uh-huh.
Come here. She's going to pull him down, and she's going to shove the potion in his hand. Drink this, right? And next time that thing overcomes you, I want you to fight it. Really fight it. For us. If that thing includes with the types of Dr. Daskaloo, you need to try to fight it as much as you can, as much as you have in you.
Casariel, I know I've never really been as devout as you've always been the more close to Saloon of the two of us. Would you mind if I stayed up some nights and prayed with you?
I can't talk to you right now, John. Don't talk to me right now. She's just gonna back out of the room and she's heading back towards these doors.
As you head back towards those doors. Well, as a matter of fact, if you move past those doors, you will come on that little corridor left and right, right?
Mm-hmm.
You will notice that on the other side, the door now also has opened. It's a free movement through from one side to the other.
Which door is that? Oh,
You can now move all the way, like, at the top. You can go,
I
over
understand.
there.
Yeah,
You
gotcha.
go through there.
Yeah, she's just the potion that Carla gave her. She just don't talk to me now, John. She just swigs it as she needs a minute alone.
And as you walk out of the room, and I imagine all three of you have now drunk your potion. Right?
Yes.
Mhm.
Yes.
I want to make sure.
We're not pulling a
One
desk.
more potion. No, I just want to make sure. One more potion falls off of the table that is now slanted because, one of the legs was broken off. One more potion falls onto the ground, breaks, and the entire room is filled with confetti because you leveled up.
I don't know if that was the most appropriate moment narrative-wise to have, but
Sorry,
congrats.
just don't talk to me, John. It's like devastating. Swigs her shit.
Confetti!
Casariel just stops. Casariel just stops in that moment. She's got confetti in her hair. God damn it. Just keeps walking like the most unhappy birthday party guest ever.
John just sort of sits down on the side of the thing and looks at Carly and he's like, I'm gonna try.
You have to fight it for her. She's going to kill that thing, and if it's regards to her mother, I don't think she's going to care that it's you at the wearing its face.
Until this moment, I thought whatever it was annoying, but it seemed to be helping, and nothing's ever come between me and Casariel like this.
You are a bumbling idiot who has no respect for social convention, but you are a very good man. I would hate for you to be overtaken by this darkness, and I know that Casariel feels the same, but she can't have the capacity when her mother is on the line, so try. That's all I ask. Please try. Because I can't take her. I know I can't. I know that if I tried to get in the way between her and whatever she
never
can do to find her mother,
Fight Casariel.
she will cut me down.
I'd never
she'll
fight
do the same to
Casariel,
you.
and if she's the wisest person I've ever met. If she If she does something, if she feels that it's the right thing to do. I've trusted her this far, and if it must be that way.
Some self-preservation.
She's my best friend, Carla. I'm going to help her as much as I can.
Okay.
With that, we're going to end for tonight.
I'm not crying, you're crying. Shut up.
That was a good ending. Wow. We went deep there. Oh, what a battle, right?
Oh, God, I'm taking these off.
That was really fun.
Chunky.
That was so fun. Oh, yeah.
Love you too.
All right. We will catch all of you next week, either on YouTube or on Twitch. Thank you so much for being here, and thank you so much for watching our videos. If you enjoyed, please share it with your friends and family, because, you know, we need the outreach. And I'm sure that everyone in your vicinity loves our content too, so do share it. We will see you next week with episode 22 of The Curse of Strahd, played by the Gilded Strahd. Thank you so much.
The Gilded
The Gilded Strahd, yes.
The Gilded Flask.
The potion of level up, as we know.
Yes.
Oh, we love you guys.
Love you.
Bye. Bye.